Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opening round of the NASCAR Nationwide Series here at Daytona International Speedway for the Drive for COPD 300. We recently crowned our very first champion of Bubbles Cup, Bubble the Wonder Boy himself, and we're excited to kick off another season and to give another driver a chance at the trophy you see here. And as always, it is a tremendous pleasure to be joined up in the booth by Fearless. Welcome, sir. What do you think we have in store for this race and also for the season ahead?
I'm looking forward to the season. I mean, big field, hit the field cap today. Lots of guys misqualifying. There's going to be lots of very good drivers here. We did some tryouts. Very exciting stuff. For the race, probably lots of strategy. I got to talk to Stormy about that one, but there's going to be lots of strategy in this one if it goes green.
Absolutely. I believe we're in for a treat. And as you mentioned, joining us in the pit lane is Storms. What's the strategy for today's race looking like?
Guys, we got two different strategies here tonight. It's going to be a fun one. The first one is going to be full throttle through the entire time. You're trying to lead this pack. That is strategy number one, and you're going to be putting on lap 30, 60, and 90, and you should be able to make it all the way to that 120. Then the second strategy is saving, which, to be totally honest, I don't think we're going to see much of. But the saving strategy will be you'll be pitting on lap 40, 80, and then you should be able to make it the rest of the way. The JRM guys, which is that number 7, 88, and the 5. The 8, unfortunately, wasn't able to qualify last night. But those three drivers already say they're going with that first strategy. They're trying to lead this pack. They're going full throttle, and we put in on lap 30, 60, and 90.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Storms. I would like to mention that one of the drivers who qualified for the race did not show up, and so Shotgun and the number 81 will be promoted into the field. As Fearless mentioned, we have a full field here today, 15 drivers, and so Shotgun does get a chance to race here, although he will start at the back. And yeah, lots of strategy, fuel saving at play here today. I think we're all set to take the green flag here in a few moments. I would like to mention a few new names from last season, most notably on pole, and the number 37 car is Spring. He had a really strong showing in qualifying yesterday. And there was another one, IW, who was starting kind of towards the back end of the field, but he has a very strong performance in tryouts. Fearless, what do you think of these two drivers throughout tryouts and qualifying?
I'm looking forward to what these drivers are capable of doing. I mean, they both showed potential in tryouts and rightfully got their license. In the Spring definitely showed that speed that he proved in tryouts with the P1 qualifying spot today.
Absolutely. Was there any other drivers you had your eyes on today?
I mean, obviously, look at the outside lane. You see Bubble and 24K, the two drivers from last season who essentially duked it out until 24K couldn't make it until the season finale. So I'd keep my eyes on those drivers tonight.
Very strong picks. For me, I'm going to go with Brown in the number 87 car. He's starting near the back, but he's got he's teammates with Corey Wilson, and I think I think he's going to get it done today. Storms, did you have any picks today? I think we're figuring out a mic situation here. But
give it a second.
But yeah, I do believe we are actually about ready to go green here in a moment.
Got about 60 minutes until we go green. 60 seconds. Let's bubble there. Oopsie.
That would be a long pre-race show.
Yeah, long pre-race show. No, long pre-race show like all the mainstream guys do it.
No, but seriously, I think a lot of the drivers here are very excited at the the chance to get a trophy. As you saw, Bubbles already received his, and it is very nice. And these drivers, they've got a shot at receiving a real-life trophy with their name engraved on it. That's a big chance for them. I think Bubbles instructed some of the drivers to lay back a little bit so as to avoid bumper locking on the start. And just to go over the start procedure here for Daytona, and I believe for Talladega as well. We do have a restart and start line here, so we can go from a double file standing start and be up to speed by the time we hit the green flag. So you see race official asking if the drivers are ready, and we are about to take the green flag here at Daytona.
"20 seconds now is the countdown to green here."
We are getting ready to go green here. Spring on the inside, it's Bubble on the outside, then it's Anthony and Corey Wilson. Just a few seconds remaining.
3, 2, 1, green flag here at Daytona. Looks like Kimi got a little bit of a slow start, but we're off.
Green flag is out. As we come around to complete the very first lap, led by Spring on the outside lane. Two very distinct lines here today. And side-by-side racing right off the start as someone hits the wall in the back there. Spring still leading the outside
All right,
lane.
yeah, looks like they're starting to get yeah, that outside lane is packed together now. 6 cars on the outside, 3 on the inside. Looks like we got another take going to the outside. This is probably going to single out very quickly here.
You see Bubble there. He's going to the middle line, looking to make the pass. They're 3 wide for the lead. Bubble is in the middle. I believe that's Anthony still on the inside. It is Spring is still on the outside. Bubble comes down in front of Anthony, and we're back to 2 main lines. The inside is definitely struggling compared to that the outside lane. Much tighter grouped, and I think the momentum is going to go towards the outside here.
I'm looking to see if anyone goes on the inside there, because there's a pretty big gap there between Dim and Caden for the inside lane. I'd be looking and see if someone could make that gap work and see if we could bring the inside lane some action here. Spring actually hit the wall there. Here comes 24K down low. We're going to have 3 wide for the lead.
That's right. Number 48, Corey Wilson, looking to make the move in the middle. This is for the lead. And remember, extra points for leading a lap and extra points for leading the most laps. I believe it's 5 bonus points for both of those, as Bubble led that lap. And those bonus points will be crucial, as we saw in the championship race last season and the battle between Bubble and Kimi, where Bubble finished second to Kimi in the championship race but still came out on top because of leading the most laps.
As you look at that, actually, Bubble's actually going to back out now. I think he got his lap led. He doesn't want any of that. I think he's looking to probably save some fuel here and go on that alternate strategy.
It's really early here. A little tough to tell who's on what strategy. If you're out front, it's hard to save. I don't imagine Spring is looking to do the 2 stops because he has stayed out front for 5 laps now and does not look to be relinquishing the lead anytime soon.
And I've been looking at his telemetry too, and it's been flat out the entire time. So it looks like he will be on that primary strategy. So look and see who will go with him on lap around 30 to 35-ish. We know the inside lane actually does have some life here a little bit, but fading again on the straightaway. It's like pretty packed now. We got like 6 cars on the bottom, pretty packed together. That might actually make a charge for the lead here.
Definitely so.
if they get their pushes right.
I think that run came from Brown moving to the bottom there on the backstretch, I think it was. And that gave the inside line a little bit more energy. You saw Dim was able to close up to Anthony, and Caden was able to close up to Dim. So where the inside line is getting a little bit more formed up as actually Caden gets shuffled out further back. That'll hurt the inside line's momentum.
Yeah, I'll hurt a bit. He's in the sucker hole now. Looks like 24K is actually 24K and IWWK are gonna back out too, so they'll probably go in that alternate strategy. So we have some guys shuffling to the back because they don't want any part of the lead, especially early on. You don't want to end up crashing.
Definitely so. So Corey Wilson drops back. Bubble is still in the back, as you can see. And we actually have a new leader, a pass up front. That was, I believe that was Karinga. Who has, yes, that's Karinga who's taking the lead in the number 62 car. Very nice looking car, and he takes the lead. Will get the points for leading a lap here.
That should be good for him because you want to get the lap lead points sooner rather than later, especially here at Daytona. You'll never know when you're just not going to have that chance to get that point anymore. As actually now we're going to have some huge action here further back, 3 wide. Secretive is actually in the sucker hole now, but 3 cars on the inside.
Just got word that Bubble is going to just try to make it to lap 30, and then after that he's going to try to get with his guys, get with his teammates, and go from there.
Alrighty, well there you have it. Thank you, Storms. Bubble looking to be conservative on the start, but not necessarily going to the 2-stop strategy just yet. He's still kind of keeping his cards close to his chest, sounds like, and not revealing too much about what he's doing on the strategy. As
probably a good decision there.
And again, looks like Caden's getting shuffled out to the middle line. They're trying to give space. They're trying to give life to the inside line, but they are struggling right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at them fading back. Look at how many more cars are on the outside. Actually, now that I say that, Spring and Karinga go to the bottom and then back up. You never know what they'll choose to do, especially here at Daytona. But it looks like the majority is going to be on the outside for probably most of the race, if not all of it.
I would like to bring up a couple drivers behind the leading 2. That is Discharge in the 21 and Kimmy in the 88. 2 very strong drivers we've known for a long time from the IndyCar side of things, and Kimmy from last season in IROC, who finished P2 in the championship, won the final race at Atlanta, and here he is running P4 in that top lane at Daytona.
Yep. And you see it here, actually. Is Dim lagging a little bit? I mean, looks like he's okay, but I'll keep an eye on that in case something happens.
He may be.
As the outside starts to pull away a little bit, as per usual.
As we know, the life for the inside comes when someone from the outside builds a run and comes down, just as we saw number
right
4
as you
car.
say that, here comes Brian now to the bottom. I don't know if that's going to work out for him though, because I mean, look at the gap between him and Anthony now at the bottom. He's going to be a sitting duck until the 20 car gets up to him for some help.
Right, but it will allow him to pull alongside Kimmy on the bottom side. So if he can get clear of that hole he was in before on the outside that was formed, and someone comes down to give him a push, that is where the momentum will be built up. So not so much someone from the outside just moving to the inside, but if someone can go to the outside to the inside and give a push, we see a huge run for the inside lane. And look at that, there's Brown moving to the bottom.
Brown's going to the inside.
And the leaders see that and react.
Yeah, look at that all of a sudden. Oh, Brown's going to go back to the top. It looks like he found his hole. So Karinga and Spring are gapping the field a little bit here. If you notice the gap to Discharge, it's quite significant to the point where they could just really run whatever line they want.
Spring going high. Karinga's lifting on the bottom a little bit. I think he's trying to back up to the front of Brian. As we do go to a wider shot so we can see the whole pack. And definitely
looks like he is doing just that.
It's definitely a little bit more even split between the top and bottom lanes now, as the bottom lane just looks disorganized. As here goes Discharge, looking for a move for the lead.
I think it'll work. He has help from Karinga behind him. I don't know when Kimi will get there to spring. We'll see if this will work. Does he, more important question, does he get the lap lead? Yes, he does. That'll be Discharger's lap lead point.
I'd be looking at the cars behind, as Brown is actually going to go 3 wide to the middle. I don't know if he meant to make that move, but he did. He might have got loose on entry, and he's got help behind him. Shotgun in the 81 car gives him help. Karinga pulls down on the apron.
As Karinga and Secretive are going to back out and file up together, it looks like.
That's right, and Discharge actually moved up and took the lead there off turn 2. So does Spring respond? No, he stays on the outside. Brown running the middle. It's still Brian in the 4 car on the bottom, and Anthony, who has been on the bottom the entire race for the first 13 laps, which we have completed as of right now. They're still 3 wide. Shotgun just staying on the corner panel of Kimi. That is sketchy, as Kimi will clear Shotgun, and Brown goes to the bottom.
Shotgun's in the circle hole now, unless he finds that gap on the outside, which he will. Shotgun files into the outside as the inside, the inside's basically gone now. There's only 4 cars left. Everyone else is on the outside. So this is going to single out really quickly unless we see other takers.
I think Shotgun wants to make the move. He wants to help Brown, but he is he's struggling to find the gap to get to him, as number 4 car is still on his inside. This might be his chance.
This might be genius if he could get right behind him and fill that gap right there on the bottom.
And he's going to do it.
He's going to do it to the inside.
Shotgun makes the move to the inside and pushing Brown.
Here. Now all of a sudden the inside has life again, but we'll look for a couple corners because then all of his momentum's gone. But we'll see what he does. Anthony and Dim's still down there. Have any new takers to the inside when that gap is now opened up?
I thought Kimi was going to help, but actually he went to side draft.
Oh, bring in Discharge to the bottom. I'm surprised that they did that. So that will definitely help Brown's quest to clear Kimi, which he does. I'm assuming he's going to stay behind Shotgun, though. Yeah, obviously he would. Because it looks like the 2 of them will be working together for the majority of this race.
Now the inside is the one that looks stronger. Kimi and Caden, I believe, on the outside are a little bit stuck. Bubble has brought himself back up into the pack a little bit more. And you can see him 3rd in line on the outside, although the inside is where you need to be right now if you are going to lead the pack. As actually Shotgun and Brown go to the top, get a push from Kimi, and they're going to drag the leaders with them.
Yep.
So Bubble is trying to tell everybody they're on the high lane. Once you come off the corner, you kind of want to drop down a little bit. Get to the inside and side draft that inside line so it holds it back. But now you kind of see that everybody just basically dropped down to the inside. But now, of course, as I said, that they go to the top.
Yep, now they're going to the top. And now are they going to go back to the bottom? No, they're not. But Brown, yep, now, okay, they are. They are going back to the bottom. But yeah, so now keep that in mind. They're going to try to side draft off the corner of the outside line in order to keep it competitive at least.
Well, the flip side of side drafting the bottom lane will be that you tighten them back up and allow them to get bigger pushes. So as you see them doing it now,
true.
They go to side draft on the bottom. Looks like Brown is moving up. His Shotgun move with them. He's not clear.
Shotgun just got thrown in the circle because of that move.
He's going to get put in the middle.
He did not want to stay on that inside. He did not like that inside down there. He said you want to move up, get with those other Chevys that are on the top.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he likes those Toyotas then back there in Anthony and Dim. And he wants to go run on that outside where all the other Chevys are. But he's making the move again to the middle. He's going to clear Brian. He's going to go back to the inside. And all of a sudden, he's up to second.
And Bubble made a pivotal move to the middle at the back of the pack here. And that's going to give us 2 rows of 3 wide racing here. And I think the middle might have a run because Bubble went with Shotgun.
I don't know, actually. It looks like it actually didn't really get that much of a run, but we'll see how it goes. As Spring is your leader on the outside lane, Discharge on the bottom, and Shotgun in the middle. That probably won't last that long because it's only 2 cars, and they're in the circle.
That's right. Discharge made a block on Spring there. It was unfortunately timed, as right then a run came on the bottom, and Brown is looking to pull alongside Discharge. He's got help from the 4 car of Brian Ninja behind, and it's still Anthony on the inside. He will not leave it.
You see Karinga there way in the back, and I think Secret there as well. Both those 2 drivers are trying to save. They're on that second strategy. They are way back there trying to save, especially Karinga. He's trying to make it to lap 40, you guys.
That would be pivotal if he could manage to get it to level 40, because then he would be one of, I think, 2 guys that might potentially run the 2-stop strategy. And if that's the case, that'll definitely help him if he wants to win the race.
It would take a lot of saving. If you're on the 3-stop right now, you're going to be thinking about pitting in about 10 laps. If you're on the 2-stop, you will be you're only halfway through your stint so far. So a lot of saving would be required. And but if he can save and stay in touch with the pack, we could see a strategy into this race if we see green flag.
Yep, absolutely. If you notice, the outside lane's actually starting to make a charge now. Looks like we got more cars on the outside, and the inside lane's starting to fade, and Brown and Shotgun are actually in the middle. And Bubble's going to go to the middle, it looks like now, as I say that. So I'd look at the middle lane here as we enter 1 and 2, on the tri-oval, off of the tri-oval. Here we're going to 1 and 2. Let's see what the middle lane can do.
I think the middle lane's going to have a big run. Bubble came from the outside to give a push to Shotgun. If Shotgun can get to the back of Brown, they're going to have a run. And now you see Spring is blocking, and he gets to the inside of Discharge.
Oh, look at that. Now Brian's just singled out. He's going to go to the back. It didn't work so well for him, but we got 2 lanes of racing now.
That's right, and Spring and Discharge have gotten disconnected as Brown, Shotgun, and Bubble put a wrench in their plans.
So Brown, depending on the run, I think Spring and Discharge can get back together here, though. Yeah, it looks like Spring is going to go to the outside, so he will be able to hook back up with Discharge and run their own strategy.
Bubble just fit in the gap on the top lane there between Kimmy and Caden. He's running the top this. Oh, they're coming together.
Oh, wow, look at that. They saved it. That's some massive contact. Anthony's going to drop to the back because of that. I think Dim was the cause of that contact. He tried to fit in a gap that wasn't there, and just it almost happened. There was almost a wreck there. Don't want to see that type of stuff, especially this early.
All right, you want to see us at least get through the first stint here, and it almost all came undone right there. But the drivers, a good display of skill, car control. They keep it together. As actually we're 3 wide for the lead up front. Spring led that lap. Brown is in the middle, and Shotgun's on the inside with help from Bubble.
We'll see what they can do. Shotgun gonna get pushed by Bubble, but there's gonna be a little bit of run there. Now I'm curious to see if they can clear Brown. Shotgun, Brown's gonna lift actually. I think he's gonna go to the bottom. Oh, contact.
They keep it together.
Now Brown's gonna go to the back.
Brown goes to the back after that contact. I think we're seeing Shotgun and Bubble try something that we heard about in the test racing, which is where they offset from their bumpers a little bit to break the bubble of air that can form between these cars. As sometimes it's hard to get to someone's bumper when you're just following right behind them. If you offset and get closer to their bumper, then you can break that wall of air and give them a bigger push.
Okay, I just got word from Karinga, heard from Karinga that he just he's saving, but he also wants to pick with the pack because he doesn't want to pit all by himself. So he's probably going to be pitting with the pack, so I'm not totally sure why he'd be saving then, but he's back there saving and probably going to be pitting with the pack on lap 30.
Let me actually take a look at Karinga's telemetry here, because he is actually, there's 2 packs that have now formed. That's about a second behind the main pack. Karinga's the leader of the second pack. There's around 7 cars in the second pack. I bet this entire second pack is probably going to attempt this 2-stop strategy actually now. Well, let's check the telemetry here. Yeah, Karinga is lifting a lot on the straightaway.
Well, I think it's all going to come down to if everyone can in that second pack can make the 2-stop, then I think we will see them try to make it work as a pack. Because you don't want to pit by yourself and be left out to dry and no draft.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably the worry that Karinga had, because it was like, if everyone else just does the 3-stop, why should I do the 2-stop? I'm just going to be left to dry, you know? That's 10 full laps of green flag racing by yourself. Feels it. Yeah, that doesn't look like it would end very well, would it?
I don't think so.
But either way, they're actually starting to single out now. Shotgun and Bubble are stuck on the bottom by themselves, as the top is just, it's started to become a little bit of a choo-choo train here.
Yeah, the next 4 laps, people are pitting. Just got word. People are going to be pitting the next at least 4 laps. People are saying they're at 700 and everything. So we are really close to pit stop here, guys.
Alrighty.
Well, there you have it. It's 4 laps away from green flag pit stops.
We see a move to the bottom. That is Caden looking to make a move. I believe he had some help. Yep, that shotgun that went down with him, and Bubble behind them. So we've got 3 cars looking to make a move to the inside here.
Not anymore. Bubbles to the outside. That didn't last very long, did it?
Absolutely not. Bubble. Well, he might be building a run.
I'm hearing so many different strategies, guys. I'm hearing people are putting on lap 35, 36, and I'm also hearing people are putting on lap 36, or I'm sorry, on lap 30. So this is going to be a big jumble here, guys. Get ready. This is going to be multiple different strategies. Again, I'm hearing people pitting on lap 35, and I'm hearing people are pitting at lap 50, or I'm sorry, at lap 30. So there's going to be definitely some different strategies here, guys.
Yeah, so we have 3 cars on the bottom. Bubble actually went back to the bottom here. Caden is stuck on the outside. I'm assuming he's going to go back to the bottom and help those guys out. But Discharge is actually to the lead going on the inside here. And he has actually went back to the outside, so now there's only 3 cars on the bottom. I don't think they're going to be able to do very much, just the 3 of them. Yeah, 3 cars on the inside here. Shotgun actually had given him a run for his money with the 3 cars.
Yep, still 2 lanes.
Yeah, too low. Discharge actually going to the bottom to help him out a little bit. See what they're capable of doing here. 1 and 2.
It's still mainly being dominated by the top lane, although some drivers have tried to make it work on the bottom. As we expect to see some green flag pit stops here, and as I say that,
oh, here we go. We're gonna have some pit stops this lap.
I was gonna say they need to get to the bottom if they're gonna pit soon. Is Kimmy and Dim gonna be stuck on the outside?
Looks like they will. Here we go. Do we have any takers of pits? No, we don't. Looks like it's gonna be this time then. Coming next time around, lap 30 at 120, perfectly timed with that 3-stop strategy.
Is anybody putting this on?
Well, there's a lot of cars on the bottom, so the assumption is, yes, there are going to be a lot of cars pitting here. Oh, there's a contact actually in the back. Ryan and 24K got into it a little bit, and they went below the yellow line there. And we have lots of cars pitting this time. Lots and lots of cars. Oh, no! There goes Shotgun. Upside down, around he goes.
A huge
Caution
crash.
is out.
Shotgun has a big one.
And there goes Anthony, upside down.
Still crashing in the back. Back up front, looks like it's going to be Discharge on the race back. As the drivers do slow down after a big crash for Shotgun and for Anthony. Anthony still upside down. He respawns his car. He'll be okay. But a big crash right as we were about to see our first cycle of green flag pit stops.
Yeah, all the drivers right there were super disappointed in about we were about to see green flag pit stops. They were kind of excited about it. So that's just basically going to ruin a lot of people's strategies, especially those people who are probably going to be saved in here. But I say some people are going to come into pits here on this caution.
Probably everyone, actually, because that kind of ruins the 2-stop strategy, that caution, yes.
I think so, too. I think we're going to see everyone come in this time under caution, and then it'll be clearly 2 more stops from here, pit on lap 60, pit around lap 90. From here, the strategy will be centered on who is able to pit with the cleanest and with the most amount of cars so that they can work together and draft through the pit cycle.
Yeah, so with the 2-stop strategy now officially basically off the table, we're going to see lots of cars pitting, probably subsequently all of them, and we're going to see some yellow flag pit stops here. We'll see who's going to come off of pit road in first.
So after after the caution, our discharge won the race back then, was Spring in second, and Caden actually came through in third. And we have Brian in the 4 car. I believe it's Bubble that will be next. Corey Wilson, Karinga, Brown. And then a few cars we haven't talked much about, the number 33 car.
Yeah,
That
it
is-
is Senti, actually, I believe. If I'm correct, he was the first one out, so that would mean there would be 2 cars that weren't here. Because Senti was actually not listed on the qualifying board. I think he was the first car out qualifying last
I
night.
believe so. I believe you're correct. So Sinti and Shotgun were both promoted into the field. Behind him is number 18 car. That's Dim. Then Kimmy in the 88, who was up front earlier, but I think ended up having something happen and fell off quite a bit. As I think we are going into the pits.
Take it
Yeah,
away,
all
Sparky.
right, guys. So that number 21 machine is very happy with this car, especially when it's up front, and that number 37 machine as well. He's got a fast machine. He's ready to put that to the front. And it was very interesting hearing Bubble a couple laps before that caution. He was super talkative before. Oh, and he's also gonna miss his pit stall there, guys. But you know he was really talkative right before everything, and then a couple laps before that caution, he got real quiet. I'm not totally sure why. 24K looks like he's gonna come out on a good strategy, but 21's gonna come out first, guys.
And that was the 48 of Corey Wilson, who I believe jumped up to second place after the pit stops. So he will be leading the outside lane after the pit cycle. Something happened with Spring. I'm not sure where he came out, but I think it was,
He was like 4th.
yeah, still in the top 5, but he definitely lost some positions. And so Discharge will lead them off. Corey Wilson comes off second. And Spring is definitely the big loser in the first round of pit stops under yellow.
And
Yeah,
I'd like
guys.
to mention this now, but Bubble the Wonder Boy was not. It looks like the pit limiter or pit box was not working right for him, so he's
Yep,
going to be
I was
last.
about to talk about that. Yeah, he's really the big loser in this. He said his pit stall just did not work right there. Really unfortunate for Bubble, but knowing Bubble, especially because he's obviously a winner of the an owner of the series, winner of a trophy last year, so or last season. So obviously, I think he'll be able to make it to the front, guys.
Which I think Bubble might still be having problems here. We're watching
Yeah,
the 7 car
Bubbles
closely.
pits were not working at all. So we're going to have a little bit of a delay here while Bubble's trying to work out the pits here.
I don't think we.
And
have
nothing
this
for
problem.
Bubble here, guys. Nothing's working.
I don't think we've seen this problem from any other car. I'm not sure what's
It's just
happening with
Bubble.
Bubbles. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a respawn here. Yep, there it is. Bubbles gonna respawn, see if that will fix whatever is going on with his car. I've never seen something like that. We do run scheme IDs in this league, and so there really shouldn't be
There it is.
any problem with Bubbles' car that that wasn't in every other car. It's very weird to see something that only affects one car.
We'll see now that he's respawned if this will work now.
So maybe it may have been
Looks like it
something with
worked.
the
It
bump
worked.
draft, you guys.
Respawn
Yeah,
did the
now it's
trick.
gonna work. So he got bumped as he was entering pit road, and I think the bump draft may have just messed up something, maybe a speeding penalty. Not totally sure what happened there, but obviously now got it fixed. He's unfortunately gonna have to start in the back, guys.
Unfortunate break for Bubble, but I mean, he's familiar with the back. You saw what he did. I think like 2 to 3 laps in, he went all the way to the back and he made his way up before green flag pit stop. So expect to
Bubble,
see that
he-
again on the restart.
Yeah, guys, he's not worried whatsoever. He said he's fine with being in the back anyway, so he's not worried about it whatsoever. He thinks he'll be able to make it to the front pretty quickly, guys.
Yeah, seems about right. He's more than capable of making his way through the field a second time. So anyway, as we're starting to line up now, since Bubbles fixed that, we're gonna rack it up and do it again.
We will. One more time, it is Discharge who will lead them off. Corey Wilson on the outside. And the second row on this restart will have Spring on the inside and Karinga on the outside. And then Dim and Sint. So they swapped positions in the pit lane as the drivers are given the R command. And we will see green flag here in a moment.
There's the countdown.
Alrighty, 5 more seconds and we will see the green flag.
And there it is, green flag back out of Daytona. 24K got the good jump. He's immediately going back to the inside here.
Good jump for Corey Wilson in the 48 car. He is leading the field on the inside lane, and that seems to be where everyone's going, although Dim is making a move to the top. I believe he's covering off Sint. Now he comes back down to get the draft, and Corey Wilson and Discharge both drop to the back.
It looks like Corey Wilson and Discharge will probably be working together onto this cycle here. Probably,
Karinga,
I would assume that they're
Karinga
just gonna
does
drop
the same
back.
thing.
Yeah, look at all these cars dropping back. It looks like they're all going to work together here. They're just gonna ride it out, and then up until the next pit stop cycle at probably around lap 60.
As Storms reported, the drivers were upset to not see green flag pit stop, so I wonder if they're going to take it extra cautious now. And we said 40 laps was a possible strategy. I think the furthest we saw anyone go with lots of saving was 45, which is exactly enough to make it on one more stop. So we might still see someone try to do a 2-stop, but it would be a big fuel stretch to make it to about lap 75 from here, and
So
then all the way
that's
to the end.
45 lap run. Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be a hard one to do the one stop from here. That's gonna be crazy. But we'll see if any of those guys that lifted are gonna be able to do it. I'd have my eyes on the 3 cars in the back. It'd be Corey Wilson, Discharge, Bubble. Those guys would probably be the top candidates to save it all the way.
Definitely. More drivers backing off. It's very strung out. We'll see if we can get Storms on there. See if we can find out if anyone's trying to do that one more stop to the end. And, wow, up front. Man, it is very strung out. It does not look like we are racing at Daytona right now.
They really want to get to that pit cycle now, do they? I don't think them racing was even the problem. They were just trying to get it all figured out, and then there was just an accident. They're all disappointed they're doing this now.
Just got word. All these guys that are backing off the back, especially the guys on the high lane, are all trying to go to lap 70, and Bubble is trying to go even farther, guys. So this is going to be very interesting here.
I think me and Agent both know what Bubble is trying to do here.
Definitely. I think lap 75 will be the golden lap. If you can make it to lap 75, you can make it to the end of the race. And I think that's what Bubble's trying to do. And I think the others are catching on. And thus we have a very strung out race here at Daytona. Look at the gap. I mean, the leader Dim crosses the line. And Bubble's just entering the tri-oval. That's a huge gap.
No, watch the telemetry of Bubble. Full lift until turn 1.
I think we saw 180 or so into turn 1. So lifting a lot, running the high line in the draft, but man, he is saving like crazy, lifting immediately off the corner. Oh my goodness, look at how much Bubble is saving. 1 jab of the throttle, 2 jabs of the throttle down the entire back straightaway, and that's all he's doing.
My only concern with this fuel-saving strategy is he going to stay in the draft? If he falls out of the draft, this strategy is meaningless, and he's basically out of the race.
Well, and I think that is dependent on how many drivers decide to do the strategy. I think a lot of people are seeing what Bubble's doing and trying it, and
Kimmy's doing it too, right there with him.
We might see some cars out front that push the whole way and actually pull away from the pack, which I believe is what Dim is doing. I don't know if Spring and I believe it's DJ behind. Yes, DJ behind will do the same thing.
Well, yeah. Okay. So Brian and Kimmy just had some contact in the back, but they managed to keep it together. But now look at this. I think it's about 8 seconds is the gap between everybody. Like, it's pretty massive. And Brian hits the wall again. I don't know what. Oh my goodness!
Oh.
What is he doing?
I think he might
He
be
almost
experiencing
flipped.
some lag.
Oh,
And he hits the
yeah,
wall again, and he spins. Is that going to be a caution, or can he save it? I'm not sure if Bubba will call the caution on that one or not.
Yeah,
He's lagging really bad. I think he's still lagging. Oh yeah, he is.
This
Bubba's
definitely
not
looks.
going to caution for lag, guys. Bubba is not going to caution for lag.
Yeah, I mean, you should expect your. Oh, he's still lagging. He's still lagging.
Sorry,
As he-
I
as
think
he jumps
Brian
out of
just
his
jumped
car.
out of the car. Yeah, he did. Brian has jumped out of his car.
I'm listen in here, guys.
How strung out is this pack? Oh my goodness. Dim
Extremely
is like
strung out.
by himself.
Look
And
at the
everyone
gaps
else
going
is
on the
fuel
top of the
saving.
screen.
Guys, he's lagging big time, guys. He's even lagging in the voice, guys. I don't know if he's gonna be able to come back. He says he's back, but I don't know.
Shotgun is going into the pits. He actually sped on pit road. I'm not sure what happened to Shotgun. But Shotgun is in the pits and he has the light on, which means he sped down pit road.
I don't think he pit. Did he box?
I'm not sure. I think I saw him exiting his box. It's hard to say though. Definitely not the strategy he wants to be on. He's gonna need at least one more stop from here, and that could be a big struggle for Shotgun's race here.
Yeah, so there was, I think multiple drivers had massive lag spikes there. And that puts, I think, Brian essentially out of this race because of that, unless there's cautions here.
Yeah, Brian, I think he had to get killed there because he was lagging so much. He was trying to spawn a car probably really bad. So if another caution's not really back, but I don't think he's going to. He's still lagging really bad, guys.
Yeah. Try to fix that real quick.
And as we see, the pack's still very spread out. I think that means it's going to be time for Plato's Perfect Pitch, brought to you by Plato's Apex Network, for some onboards and flybys. We come back. That was Discharge we were riding on board with, and man, you could hear on the back straightaway just how much fuel they're trying to save. They want to make it to lap 75, and I'll tell you who I don't think is that worried about it, and that is Dim in the 18 car. He is full throttle all the way around the track as far as I can tell.
Honestly, I'm gonna be that guy. I think he's running a decent strategy by doing this too, even though, because he's gonna be full throttle the entire time, and everyone's gonna be lifting.
Well, I said
So
that, but Dim
he
is
might
actually
actually
lifting.
catch up to everybody.
Dim is saving some, Definitely not as much as the cars behind, though.
Just got word Dim is trying to get most laps. He's trying to get that points for most laps led.
I like that strategy play.
I do as well, especially at a track like Daytona, where there's a lot of chaos sometimes, and it's very hard to nail some bonus points for most laps led. I think that's a very strong strategy, especially since first place is 185 points, second is 170, and from there it goes down by multiples of 5 until about 7th it goes down multiples of 4. And
yeah, guys, Bubble and Kimmy and all of these guys, these back 3 are saving so much. You won't even. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, I don't. They may be trying to save it to like lap 90, guys. They're really saving a lot.
I mean, Dim's saving too a little bit, but if I were him, I actually would be going full throttle the entire time, because at this point you're accepting the 2-stop strategy.
I think so too. I think you've just got to commit to it. As we see the gap grows again to 4 seconds now from the leader back to second place in the 28 car. That's DJ.
I believe DJ is actually out of the draft too, so I'd keep my eye on see if Dim could actually get back and catch these guys running the 2-stop. Like, if he runs the 2-stop strategy, I think if he keeps running this pace and everyone is fuel saving like this, he might actually get around and catch up to those guys again.
We'll see. Now I'm watching DJ's telemetry. He was full throttle in the backstretch. I wonder if he's just decided to commit to 2 more stops and is going to try to run down Dim.
Yeah, we'll see. So now I'd say we're about 15 to 20 laps now from seeing Dim pit here. What are we thinking here?
Definitely. So, I
Probably
think 15. Yeah, 15 laps until we see Dim, who is our leader in the 18 car, come down the pit lane, and the rest of the pack. I mean, he's gapped them by quite a lot. That last lap, DJ behind was a couple tenths faster, mostly from saving fuel. DJ is starting to pull away from the rest of the pack, and then everyone is strung out single file from there.
I think DJ realized that he's not going to save enough fuel, so he's going to commit to the 2-stop here. So very good strategy by him probably too, to just commit to it. Look at that. He's actually going to catch to Dim, and the 2 of them will probably work together, I would assume.
DJ is gaining about 2.5 tenths a lap right now on Dim. Pretty soon he'll be back in his draft, and will gain at an even faster rate than that. And he is gapping the cars behind. We're on board with DJ looking back, and there are specs. So DJ very much kind of all on his own right now. You can see Dim just barely way up there. Now exiting turn 4. So lots of strategy at play here. The rest of the pack behind is still grouped up, but I think they are all saving to try to make it 45.
All right, just got
laps.
word. It's around 1980 is milliliters is what these guys are at right now. Again, I don't know the complete strategy. I don't know how much that would actually be, but right now it's about 1980 is around where everybody's kind of at in milliliters, guys.
Let's see here. See if we can't get our lead strategy analyst to get
they've
some.
They've saved 100. Dim is at 1800 at the moment, so everybody else has basically saved 100 milliliters at the moment. I don't know how much that can. How many more laps that can go, but they've saved over 100, almost 200 milliliters, guys.
I think it's looking pretty strong. They start out with 3250. Halfway is 1625. If they're at 18 and 19, they are looking to make it. And actually, Dim isn't looking too bad either. If we're coming up on about.
Oh my! Kimmy's at 2,000, guys. This is Kimmy and Bubble. Those 3 back there are saving a lot more than the entire field is.
They might be saving more than they need to at this point, honestly. I know 45 laps is a long way, but I've been doing the math up here in the booth, and I think at the current rate they might be able to make it closer to 50 laps.
I mean, there's really no point in be saving as much as you are. Like, you know your goal is lap 75. That's 25 laps from now, and you're at 2,000 fuel. So I would expect them to at least start like going a little faster than they are right now. But
Definitely
I don't think
so.
that's changing though, because they're still safe. He's going down to like 175 on the straightaways.
Right, just for reference, 2,000 fuel means you've only ran about a third of the tank. So, a third of the tank, and we're almost halfway through the stint. They're gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Kimi or Bubble kind of catch on to this information and pick up the pace a little bit. Wonder if they start moving their way through the pack.
Well, it sounds like everybody back there is gonna pit together, from what it sounds like from everybody what is talking. Because I told that to Bubble, and he said, you know, I know we're all pitting together. So it doesn't really matter how much it saves. This whole back group is gonna be pitting basically on the same lap, guys.
That does not surprise me at all. So that would make me assume that like I said before, guys that are at like 2,000 milliliters are probably going to start to go a little quicker and lessen on the fuel saving.
I think so. I wonder if they're saving that much intentionally so that at the end of this stint they can go full throttle while the others have to consistently save.
That is true, actually. That'll probably help them a little bit. Just to gap them a little bit, catch up, gap them a little bit while they're still fuel saving as hard as they are. But the gap from Dim and DJ to Corey now is about 8.5 seconds.
You know, guys,
So
I don't know if it's going to be worth it. 8.5 seconds is quite a gap that Dim's pulled in, just 20 laps. And we've got another
keep in mind,
70.
Dim is fuel saving too.
I don't know
Like,
if
he's
this
still
strategy
fuel
will be
saving.
worth it.
Yeah, I really don't think this is worth it anymore. Like, you need to realize that it's not going to work. And you need to just go. Like, you still got 22 laps in this fuel run. You're going to be saving like this? I don't think this is going to pan out for them.
Still almost 9 seconds. Up front, DJ is catching up to Dim. Is just 9 tenths behind now. So we're about to see a bit of a battle for the lead, maybe, between the two cars that
I would expect DJ to actually just pull away from him because he's not fuel saving. Dim is, though.
Well, then DJ we expect to see probably at about lap 60. Maybe a little bit further. Same for Dim. But the cars behind we won't see for quite a while. I think the strategy will come down to who can, who's going to have the cleanest pit stop and how much time Dim and DJ lose on their pit stops.
Wasn't the gap like 8.5 seconds, like literally a lap ago, and now it's 9 seconds?
Yeah, they're losing over 2
That's not
tenths
going to
a lap,
work. That
almost 2
strategy
or
is
3
not
tenths.
going to work. They're going to get lapped.
I think what they really would have needed to do was have some cars rotate out, saving, and then other cars that could push and give them push them on the straights. They would have needed to keep a bigger pace than this, I think, if they want to make the strategy work. Because Dim just crossed the line, and Corey Wilson, the 48 car, is still in the tri-oval, yet to cross the line. There it is, and it's 9.5 seconds.
0.5 a second per lap. And now Dim's going to get bump draft from DJ. Like, look at this. DJ, I think, is actually... No, he's not. He's going to get past Dim here.
So, side-by-side, a battle for the lead. It looks like an intermediate race. I promise we're at Daytona. Here comes DJ. He's going to take the lead and go up to the high side in the 28 car. So we have a new leader, and this might actually throw a wrench in Dim's plans for leading most laps. He's definitely led the most thus far, but if DJ can stay up front, he might take away from that.
I'm curious to see what the gap is now. Since DJ's going to full throttle, he's just going to go. What's the gap going to be now? 9.8 seconds. Okay. Next lap is going to be crucial to see if the strategy is going to work out.
We expect to see DJ come in probably within the next 10 laps for sure. I would expect him more in the next 5 or 6. So we have
Yeah, for sure he's going to be in by at most lap 65.
I'm going to be honest. I think DJ and Dim are on the correct strategy here.
They know what they're doing.
The entire pack has gone with Bubbles' plan and mainly the JRM cars who have decided to save and go 45 laps.
Oh
on this
my
last stint.
god. That is way too big. They're going to get lapped at this point. Like, fully. Like, even with the strategy, they're going to be lapped. This is crazy. If I'm one of those cars, they need to go. Like, this isn't worth
I
it.
think I agree. I wonder if Corey Wilson is doing that because he's pulling away. We'll see what the throttle chase here is on the back. He's lifting
No,
much
he's
less.
still saving. He's still saving.
He is still saving, but he's lifting much less, and he and Brown have started to pull back away from the rest of that pack. I wonder if they're starting to realize they're going a little bit too slow to make the strategy work.
If anything, I say DJ's on the right strategy because even Dim's actually saving a little bit of fuel. Your target lap, if your dim is lap 60 to 65. See, I don't think you need a fuel save anymore if you're dim. Oh, wow, 11.2 seconds now.
The gap is growing, and it's growing very quickly.
Trust me, I swear, this is Daytona, not an intermediate track.
It definitely feels like one of those intermediate races.
I thought for a second Dim was going to pit there, and I was like, wait, what is he doing? Because he went down to the yellow line there off of 4.
I think that's him trying to save a little bit, but still keep up with DJ by squaring off turn 4 and saving a little bit. But DJ in the lead now. He has about a second gap over Dim, who has a 12-second gap back to Corey Wilson. And even behind him, there's a bit more of a gap to Brown. And then after Brown, I believe it is Caden. So very, very strong out. Bubble, Spring, and I believe it's Kimmy back there have fallen the furthest back. Anthony right behind them as well. They are all the way at the back, a full 16 seconds behind. And I wonder what kind of strategy Shotgun's on here. He pit earlier. I don't know if he actually pit or not.
I don't think he pitted. He just went through pit lane.
He'll be hoping for a caution.
But I'd expect. Oh yeah, look at the gap. 12.7 seconds now.
I think Shotgun might be caught by DJ here in a few laps, which would going a lap down would not be ideal.
Yeah, especially.
Guys, lap 75. Lap 75 is the window for these guys. Lap 75. That's what they're trying to get to.
I've been saying it time and time again, but if you're going for lap 75, that is the money lap, but you're losing too much time if you're those guys at this point.
I think so too. We'll see what the gap is here in a moment. It's yet to
Oh,
update.
Brown's going on his own strategy, guys. I don't know what's going to happen to him, but he's going on his own strategy.
13.3 is the gap now to 24K. Or I mean, Corey Wilson.
Brown may go on his own strategy. Corey Wilson may go with him, guys.
And those two have been known to work together. They have started pulling away from the rest of the pack. I wonder if they can save something from what looks like a losing strategy right now.
Yep.
So
Alright, so discharge is 70.
Karinga's planning to go on in the 60s, guys. So Karinga's going to be on a totally different strategy. He's planning to come on lap 60, guys.
So I'd be expecting DJ to come in around this time.
Yeah, the pit window is definitely open for DJ, but I wonder if he's using this opportunity to stay out longer than he would have because he has the draft of Shotgun.
That's actually a good idea because he's in the draft of Shotgun at this point. So I would expect he'd use the draft of Shotgun at least a little bit, so he could go a few more laps and go a little quicker.
Especially if he can grow the gap again to Corey Wilson. So he stays out another lap. Lap 63 this time.
See the gap now. Where, oh my god, they're not even out of turn 4 and he's in turn, oh my goodness.
Yeah, they are just now starting to go. I mean, 14.8. I think it's starting to stabilize a little bit. I think Corey Wilson is going a little bit harder now. We'll take a look at the
I think it's
here.
far too late to
Alright,
realize
it's on 70, guys. Lap 70 is when everybody's coming in, what it sounds like. I don't know about those front two, but Brown, Bubble, those guys in the back, they're all coming in on lap 70.
Lap 70 is not going to make it to the end. That is not that is not the strategy they wanted to be on. They lost all that time trying to save to 75. If they pit on lap
And it
70,
didn't even work. It didn't even work.
If
Fuel
they pit on
saving didn't
lap-
even work for 'em.
if they pit on lap 70, they're done. That's they'll need a caution.
Brilliant strategy by DJ though to realize this super early. I mean, 15.4 seconds. Oh my goodness.
I mean, 15 seconds, and DJ's still out there. 15 seconds to save
DJ.
5 laps
That's
of
the
fuel.
best part is DJ's still out there too. So I don't even know if they saved that much fuel. Like probably like 5-10 laps. I think he's coming in this time though. He is going to the bottom.
Alrighty, here he comes. DJ in the
If
28
you're
car is
DJ now,
pitting
is
from the
not the
lead.
time to put your pit stop.
When he comes to a stop.
I think he's just being super careful there. He knows that he has this in the bag if he doesn't mess up pit entry here.
28 car is in
Yeah,
the
so
pits.
I just talked to Bubble and yeah, 28 car. Obviously on that that strategy, I with everybody how they're gonna have to stay out. He's probably gonna make a good all by himself, but with what he's doing, I think he's gonna be in a good area there. But I just got talking to Bubble, and he's I asked him like, why are you pitting on lap 70? You're not gonna be able to make it to the end. But he's like, so does those other guys who are not on our strategy. They're gonna have to pit too. So yeah, not totally sure what the thought process there and all these guys here in the back is.
Right, so do the other guys, but that means you're just 15 seconds behind.
Yeah, like at this point, even Dim is in the he's like 12 seconds ahead, 12.5 seconds for him.
Right,
But
Dim's 12
DJ's
seconds
really
ahead.
made
and
the strategy call. He's got one more stop left, I'd guess. Lap 66. Yeah, he pit
Right.
like lap 95 to 100.
probably pit a little bit later. There's an opportunity for one green-white checkered. If we see a late race caution at this rate, that's not going to happen. So, a very split strategy here at Daytona. And we'll see if we can't figure out the gap from the back of the fuel-saving pack to DJ, who has come out of the pits.
Do you know what I think would absolutely be hilarious? If DJ gets in the draft of those guys that are fuel saving.
Yes, that will mean he will have made up a full stop.
Just like that. He's not even that close, too. Like, it's already halfway. He's already halfway.
We'll see.
More
He
than
lost,
half.
All right,
he lost a
Bubble
little
is
more
done
than I
saving,
thought.
you guys. Bubble is done saving. He is going full throttle from here, guys, all the way to that pit stop. He's going.
We see him blow by
Alright.
the outside of Caden. So definitely confirmation on that call. Bubble is throttled up. He's running the high lane. I wonder if he takes anyone with him or if people still try to save.
I'd assume everyone else is not going to do that. They're all going to actually go with him. They're not going to fuel save anymore. They know what's up.
So Bubble, after that pass, I believe, will run in the 5th position. After getting
Yeah, they're all
past
going full
Caden.
throttle now.
So no one's saving at this point. However, they are multiple seconds behind.
I think they're even too. I don't know if they're even going to catch up too. That's the thing. They were fuel saving for far too long.
I think so too. I couldn't tell exactly, but I think DJ is about 30 seconds behind Dim, which would put him, I don't know, 10, 12 seconds behind the back of the pack. Which
Yeah, that's.
Dim is actually still out there, kind of surprisingly. I'm surprised he hasn't come in yet. We're about to
He
approach
did do
lap
some
70.
fuel saving. Remember that.
Next lap, guys. Next lap. I'm pretty sure, or not next lap, but the yeah, next lap now. Yeah, next lap. I think everybody's gonna be coming in, guys. Get ready.
I'd be shocked if they saved that much and are still on the same strategy as Dim. I mean, you've got to make it to lap 75.
You have to make it at this point.
And
you have to.
shotguns on the pit lane.
Did you get a clean entry, clean stop? Looks like I just shotgun have the same. Oh no. Oh no. I think it happened.
Issues for shotgun in the pit stops. He's gonna respawn his car. He's gonna have to go back and hit the pit entry. Definitely something to look into because we do not want to see drivers getting screwed out of green flag pit stop cycles. Shotgun was about to go a lap down, but definitely not what you want to see. And Dim stays out. Dim is still going around the track, lap 71.
$24K staying out, Discharge, Brown staying out. Everyone's staying out still. That was not the lap, it looks like.
So they don't pit. Dim out front. I mean, if he can make it 4 more laps, he'll be on the 2-stop.
Yep. I'm getting word that a car has gone around. I don't know who it is.
Oh, caution is
Yeah,
out.
Senti. Senti is around in the grass. Caution is out.
They're on with the strategy.
No, I don't believe anyone will be trapped a lap down. I think Shotgun was the only one, and he should get that lap back. So caution is out here at Daytona, and these drivers will pit. And here we go again. I think the drivers could save enough to make it to the end.
There, guys. A lot of drivers aggravated. They are not happy to see that caution come out. That ruins all their strategy, all that time, all those laps they just saved out the window.
Well, we will see, because now they might be saving to make it to the end after pitting under the yellow.
If they couldn't make it to lap 75, they are not making it to lap 120. I'm just going to be brutally honest.
Well, we'll see. They might have said 70. When they were telling us fuel numbers earlier in the stint, they were looking to make it about 50 laps, make it to about lap 80. So I wonder if some of the drivers are kind of holding their cards close to their chest and not revealing how many laps they can truly go. Because
I mean, this should be really interesting now.
I think they might be able to save and make it to the end.
I mean, that's the play now. I mean, if that caution did come out, DJ had the race won.
I think I agree with you on that one. I think DJ had the right strategy on that one.
But anyways, we'll see how many people pit here. Probably everyone, I would presume, except for DJ. I think DJ actually would pit here.
I think so too. I think everyone's got to pit and then look into whether or not you're going to save or if you're going to keep going. And,
you got to commit to it right away, straight away,
right.
Straight away, if
you
doing it or not.
Yeah, if you're gonna save, you have to start saving immediately. Otherwise, you will have to pit during the stint. And Kimi is lined up on the restart line. I wonder if Kimi is going to stay out.
Mind-boggling if he does.
So the driver's getting ready for pitting under yellow. We've seen some problems.
I believe DJ is committed to the strategy. TJ is going to stay out. So is Shotgun. I mean, obviously Shotgun would stay out since, you know, what just happened. Hit like the lap before, lucky him. Gets to stay out and get that track position. So the matter is,
a surprising one for me is Kimi. It looks like Kimi's staying out.
Guys, just got word. Bubble is going full push to the end, and knowing Bubble, a bunch of people are probably going to go with him. So it may be just full push to the end here, guys.
I mean, okay.
The problem with full pushing to the end is there's still going to be 49 laps remaining in the race. I don't think you can full push 49 laps. So I think we might see full push and a pit stop in the middle.
I think what they're saying is, yeah, exactly what you just said right there. I think they're going to pit, you know, midway through the race where they're going full push, pit with everybody coming in, and here we go. We're going to pit stops Dim. Obviously, that strategy worked out perfectly for him. Still leading here. Now I'm going to be leading the pack into pit road. Obviously, you just heard from what Bubble said, that he's going full strategy all the way to the end, or full throttle all the way to the end. And I'm guessing, again, a bunch of people are probably going to go with him. And I think People's Pit Road is also braking once again. I think Brown may be braking. Yeah, unfortunate here. Let's see what happens.
I think Dim had a good stop. Dim does get off. Then it's going to be Bubble. So Bubble jumps up.
Look at this.
Oh, close race
off.
off.
The caution comes out fourth.
I think People's Pits did start working there. There was just some discombobulation trying to find a pit stall. I think Corey Wilson's pit stall might have been broken. Yep, Corey Wilson still rolling in his box, so definitely going to be something race control is going to be looking at fixing before the next super speedway race. I think Brown might have had the same issue. You see Brown going down the pit lane. Corey Wilson is going back.
Yeah, same problem, guys, with Corey. It's the I'm not totally sure. I think it's maybe bump trap, but we also saw the same thing with Shotgun, which I think he's actually going to be not on the. He's going to be back on the lead lap, so good there for Shotgun. But yeah, very interesting. Don't know why this problem is happening here, but yeah, unfortunate for the couple of those drivers. I think Brown may have had the same issue from what it sounds like.
That's unfortunate.
So something very weird going on there in the pit lane. That'll need to be fixed. Luckily the drivers have been able to at least respawn their cars, and so they are able to stay in the race. Because otherwise they would simply run out of fuel, unable to pit, and be out of the race.
Yep.
I think Corey Wilson was able to get his fuel fixed. So
Looks like he was.
After some strategy, I do think it'll still help out DJ. DJ inherits the lead for everyone else pitting. The 3 cars that stayed out is DJ, Shotgun, and Kimmy. Everyone will need to pit one more time. As Storms is reported, the rest of the drivers plan on going full throttle. My wonder with Kimmy is if he saved enough to make it up to about lap 85, if he could also make it to the end on one stop.
All right, here we go. The countdown has started. 5 seconds left until the start here at Daytona. 2, 1. Green flag is back out. My question is, are they going to immediately single file on and go to that strategy? Or are they going to push like Bubble said? We'll find out.
Kimmy goes to the back, so I think Kimmy's going to keep saving. Kimmy stayed out in that
I
pit
have no
stop.
idea what I really have no idea what Kimmy's trying to do.
Me either. There was the only reason he would have stayed out there would have been track position, and he immediately gave it up. So I'm honestly have no clue what.
I mean,
Kimmy's
they're
doing
wrecking
here.
right now. They're going shotgun.
Oh, shotgun
And
wrecks.
he just came. Oh yeah, that's the okay. They saved it. Never mind.
A good save. I think he whacked Corey Wilson in the middle of the corner there.
Yep, that would be correct. He did whack him a bit, but they all kept it together and we're still green.
So after the eventful start there, Dim's still leading just ahead of this group that we're watching. Oh, and there's a stack up. DJ's let off. I think he ran into the back of Dim. They keep it straight.
Hey,
it's
he did.
very
He did
tight.
run back into him. I think
And-
Dim's trying to fuel save, and DJ did not get the memo.
That's
So
surprising.
he ran
Trying
in the
to
back
save
of him,
from
tried to
up
lift,
front.
and then he just.
I'll tell you what, the cars behind are definitely pushing now. Look how tight the racing is.
Magically, we're back to Daytona. Let's go.
3 wide in the middle of the pack. That's Discharge stuck in the middle. No help. Shotgun's looking to go with him, but he fades back down to the inside. So there's 2 main lines, and Discharge still stuck in the middle.
So it looks like 5 cars on the bottom, like 8 on the outside. Not looking too good for the bottom, but the bottom is more tightly packed together. So I would expect them to start actually making a charge for the lead, just like that. DJ's to the lead, but he's gonna back out and he's gonna start fuel saving. It looks like.
Surprising to see DJ starting to fuel save.
Oh,
There's
there's
contact with
contact.
Brown.
Brown almost on his side actually, and Caden's gonna back out. But now there's 3. They're actually 3 by 2 here. 3 wide, 3 wide. Dim with the lead still. Brown's going to the middle. Got the run from Discharge. Corey to the top. Just like that, they're 3 wide across again. I think Brown's going to clear both of them. I don't know if he's going to pick a line, but Dim just says, no, you don't. You're not going to choose.
Yep,
And
down.
Brown does go to the middle.
Brown and DJ.
Oh,
kinda-
Discharge, look at that move. Oh, wow, look at this. Look at this. Just like that, Brian and Discharge both went to the inside. Corey's going to follow suit. And just like that, the inside has 4 cars now.
The outside is getting formed back up. That's Brown who's now leading it. Bubbles kind of pushing him, also running him into the wall. It's very tight on the outside. Now that they're pushing after saving from full stint, they have to settle back in. It's a completely different style of racing. This is more what we're used to seeing here at Daytona.
You came to Daytona to see the show, and you got the show. Here we go. 76 out of 120 laps here. And Dim's on the bottom here. We're going to have some runs on the outside. I'm not sure there's going to be any moves. There's going to be just on their lines, just seeing who's going to prevail here.
I'd also be keeping an eye on Kimi. He's fallen way off the pack. He's still trying to save. I really think he's on the wrong strategy here. He should have pit under caution. He's got to make it probably to at least lap 85. That's another 8 laps, and he's losing a lot of time every single lap.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to try to make this strategy work, you had to have pit under that caution. And he didn't. Simple as that. But basically, with Kimi out of the equation now, let's pay attention to the front of the pack.
Right, as a big block.
Just got word, guys. Kimi doesn't even know what he's really doing right here. He's just trying to save, hopefully for a caution. Don't really know. He knows he can't save to the end, but he's just kind of doing what he can do. I'm not totally sure what his strategy is. I don't even think he knows, guys.
A bit of a disaster on the 88 box. So they're going to be looking at their future strategies. And they're not a race to remember for that team after coming so close in the championship last season. A rough opening as up front, Bubble is stuck in the middle. That's a rare sight to see. Bubble very popular with the other drivers. Usually you see him get help at the super speedways, but he is by himself in the middle.
Yeah, he's just stuck. Discharge actually in the lead. Not for long, though. Here comes Dim on the outside with the help. Just like that, Dim's back to the lead now. I believe Dim has most laps led. Is that correct?
I believe, yep, Dim has the most laps led currently. He hasn't locked it up yet. Another driver could do it, but I doubt we will see it with this kind of pack racing. So
with that in mind, we can just assume that Dim has 5 extra points with that, so it's like an extra position.
Essentially an extra position in the middle of the pack. Remember, the gap between first and second is a 15-point difference, but after that it's 5 points difference until you get to about 7th, and then it goes to 4 points and then 3 points. So it's definitely worthwhile to lead a lot of
we
laps.
got Kimi's in the pits, guys. Again, not totally sure what his strategy is, but Kimi, I think he may be AFK or something. He's still in the pits. No, he's leaving now. Again, guys, I am not totally sure. Nothing hearing from the radio from Kimi. Not sure what his strategy is.
And crucially, Kimi will be out of the draft, and I think he still has to save some to make it on this. So 40 more laps
Yeah, he does.
for Kimi.
40 laps. There's 40 laps he has to save. That puts him basically out of it. That was an absolute disaster call to stay out.
Oh, car's pitting. Car's pitting. Discharge. Shotgun gets hit.
Oh, wow. What are they doing? Oh, wow. Oh, they kept it together, it looks like.
A huge pack of cars in the pit lane.
Look at all this. Looks like WWK is going to be our next victim of the bug.
He might be. He's trying every pit stall. I think.
Nah, it's broken. He's gonna have to respawn.
Oh, disaster on pit lane here. Bubble. I think Bubble's out too. Bubble's respawning. I wonder if race control will consider throwing a caution.
I thought I was unmuted there, but yeah, chaos there on the pit road. Everybody entering 3, all of a sudden just everybody said pits, and everybody ran in there. Really chaotic right there, and obviously a bunch of people having a bunch of issues there on pit road with this thing that happened. Bubble may be out of it. A bunch of people really unfortunate there on that green flag stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to, with that in mind, they pit right there. They need to save to make it to the end. I don't know why they would pit that early. You need to be pitting by like lap 90 to lap 95, which is more than doable considering what lap the caution was.
Right.
So
I'm not sure why they would pit so early.
So our winners here are the 5 cars that stayed out, or that are, I think these guys are the ones that pitted actually. Let's see here. Dim is the leader, so we have Dim, Spring, and DJ are the big winners here.
Dim, Spring,
because they
and
will
DJ,
not have
yep.
to fuel save.
I believe the next car is Brian, and he is pulling into the pits right now.
Well, there you have it. Looks like we'll have 3 cars on this alternate strategy. That are, okay, so we have, if you look at this too, there's actually Caden and Corey are actually ahead of Dim slightly here. He's going to be in the draft. I don't know what happened to them. Actually check the gap here. I got to see this for myself. Did Bubble get lapped because of that?
I'm not super sure.
But yeah, so we have 3 cars on this, and then 12 seconds back is Brian, Karinga, and everyone else. Probably. Or a little further back than that, I assume.
This is a big puzzle to put together right now. 3 cars that have stayed out. Brian was the next one to pit. He fell way back and through the pack. Bubble with problems.
All right, so
IW with problems.
WWK, Bubble the Wonder Boy, and Kimmy are all a lap down. Those are the 3 cars a lap down right now. As Dim totally just went under the yellow line on the front stretch.
Yeah, just completely by himself. Went under the yellow line. Surprising to see that from a driver with such high skill level as Dim.
Has all that pedigree. He's like, yep, I'm going to run below the double yellow.
All right, just got word why everybody came into pit there. They said they were going to make it to the end, so not totally sure why that strategy happened. But everybody said they were going to be able to make it to the end there. But Dim really confused why everybody came in. He thought everybody was just going to push it to the end. Again, really confusing there, guys.
I'm with Dim on this one. I don't know why you would pit that early.
Unless something is going on with the fuel here, strategy is different than what we thought. But in the test racing we saw, you could do about 33 laps if you were flat out. And to make it 40, you had to save quite a lot. Now here today, we're seeing the drivers stretch out the fuel a lot longer than we initially thought they could.
Yeah, I mean, where even is the pack, where everyone is? Because they're all way spread out, and then our 3 winners, of course, the 3 leaders. All right, so let's see here. We have Brown, Shotgun, Karinga, Discharge, and Senti. Those are the cars that are going to be the ones running that strategy that had everyone coming to pit road. Everyone else is basically screwed.
Yep, it's surprising to see. Now, Brown and I think it was Shotgun. Yeah, Brown and Shotgun are not that far behind Dim, actually. So they will likely cycle out ahead of them, I think.
I mean, the difference here is Dim and Spring are actually working together right now. Spring is pushing Dim right now. Dim's in the draft of Caden and Corey here. So I wouldn't be surprised if they came out ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I misread ticker actually because Brown had not yet crossed the line. We'll see if we can catch how far back.
Oh, it's 32 seconds. Yeah.
It's much longer than I thought it was. I saw about 10 seconds.
Yeah, the ticker does that because it's like distance. It like does some weird stuff,
right.
But fact of the matter is it's a 32-second gap right now. Probably actually starting to get a little bigger if we check it next time once they go around.
Which Dim is actually right here behind Caden and Corey Wilson and another car. I think that's Anthony. So Dim and Spring will be in their draft, and that will give them an even bigger advantage on this strategy.
Absolutely.
And it looks to me like Caden's having to save.
Yep, they are all having to save. He's gonna let Spring and Dim go, it looks like.
And I cannot believe that these drivers decided to pit so early when it was so clearly going to be one stop to the end. And now they have to save and they're losing time because of it.
I think they're trying to with what they were doing with the fuel saving is they're trying to be like cool or whatever and save fuel. So they did the thing, but it's just not how it works. They didn't do the right strategy.
I would like to
Like
bring
at
up
this point, go on.
Dim has a really strong reputation on the super speedways. He's won multiple times in lots of bubbles races. He's finished runner-up, finished on the podium, lots of top fives, and it looks like he's about to win on a strategy race too. It's between him and the 2 cars behind him right now, Spring and DJ. I think now's about the time the pit window is open for these 3 cars, but if they're in the draft and they have the fuel, I would keep going.
Oh
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, guys, everybody is not very happy with the strategy. I asked them kind of what was their, why do they pit it there, and they actually got really aggravated. They were did not want to hear me kind of talk, so they are not happy with themselves either. So I think they also think it wasn't a very good strategy, and now they're kind of seeing that as they get lapped here, guys.
Yeah, it looks like they all blundered there with that one because actually, if I'm looking at this, they're all going to get lapped here by Dim and everyone else because they have to fuel save.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, they're now going by Anthony, going by Corey Wilson. They've already gone by Caden. Next car up the road, I'm not quite sure who that is. But we will see here in a moment.
Dude, the gap is like 33 seconds now. It's like,
I mean, that's right on a full pit stop, I think.
We have like we got a ton of cars lap down now.
I think Sint is the next car up the road, and then Discharge ahead of Sint. So all this
that
saving.
Would be correct. And then Gringo throwing Discharge.
All the saving.
Those are the leaders on this strategy. Keep that in mind. The 2 cars out of Gringo that you're seeing, those are the 2 cars leading their strategy of everyone that just went to pit road on lap like 82.
Yeah, I wonder how long Dim, Spring, and DJ can stay out. They are on the right strategy. If they can maximize the time that they are in the draft of the cars that have had a strategy blunder, then they will maximize their gain over the other cars even more.
Yep. I mean, look at this too. I mean, they're in their window, but I'm sure Dim and Spring and everyone and the DJ, they're going to go long because look at all this draft that they got.
Guys, just got word Dim is probably going to be going about 11 more laps, and he's probably going to come in from what I just heard.
Absolutely what I was just talking about. You want to go long here if you're Dim,
Right.
Spring, and everyone else that are on the strategy.
Right. They can go. They pit. I think the caution was lap 72, so that puts them 12 laps above their initial target of lap 60. And so that sounds about right. Going about 11 more laps, pushing for 30 laps would put them right around lap 100, 103, somewhere in there. So these drivers, I think at this point it's definitely going to be Dim who gets the most laps led. And it might be
Yeah, I mean,
Dim
not
who
even a
wins the
question.
race.
I think it's a lock at this point. I mean, he's led like how many laps? Like 50?
I don't know if it's been that many, but it's definitely above like 20 or so. He goes past Sint. Now he's looking at the inside of Discharge. Spring is going with him. DJ's falling behind.
The Discharge is going to let them by on the bottom. Perfect. Yeah,
Right,
so
I think-
Dim, Spring, and I think DJ slightly behind him. So that'll be the 3 cars there. As they
Discharge
lap
isn't
them
making
out.
it easy.
You know, they left 24K, or I'm sorry, Corey Wilson a while ago, and
Oh,
he's
caution.
There's
still
a
getting out of
caution on the
caution.
racetrack. That's IWWK. I don't know what. Oh, he lagged.
He hit the pit limiter, and he's spinning. He has the speeding on there, and he spun through the infield, and caution is out, and it's gonna save everyone. Oh, I wonder if the race official was a little quick to call a yellow because of the absolute disaster from about 12 out of the 15 entries.
I think he just wrecked by himself. I don't think it was lag.
Yeah, he just got word it was a wall clip, guys. He just went up and hit a wall clip. Unfortunate there.
He hits the pit exit. That clears his limiter and speeding. Obviously, that speeding penalty will not be enforced because he was the cause of the yellow, and he will be to the back of the pack anyways. But it must be said, life-saving for all the other drivers. I would expect the top 3 to pit here and push to the end.
I think everybody's pitting. It sounds like everybody's pitting, guys.
Everyone should be pitting here. If you're not pitting this caution, you need to fuel save, and that is not very smart.
I have to agree with you there. And one more round of pit stops, hopefully less problems in this one, because it has been a bit of a disaster on the pit lane.
I mean, thankfully, I honestly, if you ask me, I think it really sucks for those guys that got screwed when they came into pit road under green on like lap 82. Like Bubble, IWWK, those guys got absolutely screwed because of the bug. But they won't have to worry about that anymore, as they should be refueling their cars.
If I was on the track, I would be in the pits. I would not stay out no matter what position I was in. I would pit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you have to pit here. You have to. If you don't, you see what happened to Kimi.
Speaking of Kimi, this is going to be a tremendous save for Kimi.
Non-competitive pit stops, guys. Non-competitive pit stops here. Getting word, non-competitive pit
All right.
stops.
Great
I
report
respect
there
that
from
call.
Storms. Yeah. Great report, because I think that was the right call to make from the race official. Non-competitive pit stops, which further incentivizes everyone pitting. And just go ahead and pit, keep your position.
All right, so it's going to be your race back order. So whatever you race back to, that's going to be order your lineup here. So this is just non-competitive pit stops here, guys. Obviously, Dim, the one who has been leading the most laps, he was not happy to see that caution. He's even talking to the 00 machine. He is not happy with that 00 machine because that just basically ruined his strategy. But Spring, obviously a fast car, sitting there in second, doing a great job there as well. And Shotgun looks like he may have sped entering. Not really sure what happened there.
Lots of red lights, lots of speeding penalties. I think Kimi already had one from coming through the pits earlier. That will not count against Kimi, I don't think. And I'm seeing lots of cars stopped. I think it was mostly clean pit stops. The 4 cars moving. I think Brian's might be broken. Dim is out ahead of Spring. Non-competitive pit stops, it doesn't not matter the order they come out. It just matters that everyone is able to pit. So it might take a moment to work through whose pit stops might be broken. I think we saw Brian have a problem.
I think he might be good. Yeah, it looks like everyone worked out there yet.
Yeah, obviously no one's going to be saving here. It is full throttle all the way to the end. It's going to be pack racing. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn. This is about to get exciting.
Absolutely. We're about to see 25 laps of just full throttle all the way to the end. No more saving. It's going to be big moves and a big show all the way to the end of the race.
Probably the best 25 laps by far here are going to be these ones right here.
I think so. I'd love to see a green flag run to the end, but it's going to be.
At that point, it was getting a little uncanny how disastrous that was getting with all the bugs, all the botched pit stops, botched strategy calls.
I mean, how does the whole pack get on the wrong strategy?
Exactly. Like it was like everyone but 3 cars were on the wrong strategy. Like, how does that happen?
Oh man.
We're gonna have a talk to everyone today after this.
All right, hold on. We got an interview we're gonna do here really quickly with Kimi. All right. Kimi there. Obviously, you had a very odd strategy. You were sitting there way in the back, but now a caution comes out. You're sitting right in front of your team owner, or sorry, your teammate right there in the 7-man. How you feeling?
I was saving a whole ton of fuel, but it was kind of funny because everybody realized, like, oh, I'm gonna make it, and everybody came down. So I was like, all right, I was in a position. But then when the caution came out, I was so sad. I was like, no. So honestly, it's just a full push to the end. It's gonna be a very interesting race. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be very interesting. So be on the lookout for crazy moves and yeah, let's try to win this thing, bro.
All right, good luck, Kimi. You have a great day.
or got to hear from Kimmy there for a second. Great to hear from one of the drivers as the drivers are given the countdown. And we are going to see green flag racing here in a moment. It will be Dim leading them off. Spring on the outside. Should be DJ in third as the green flag is out. Oh, and there's a big crash.
What the heck?
That was DJ, I think.
That should
Caution
be a
is
redo,
out.
honestly.
Drivers got sent down the pits.
Are they race backing or what? That should be a redo.
I think it really should be. Bumper locking off the start. I don't know if someone didn't go or what. Dim is still going. They're racing back right now. Dim off the top lane. He has the run. I don't think anyone's going to be able to catch him. Would love to hear a word from race control because a disastrous start. Just as we were getting ready to have a sprint to the finish, and it goes awry for everyone right off the bat. If this is the race back, Dim wins. Brown will take second ahead of Spring, I believe.
All right, just got word. DJ thinks he got bumper locked there, so very unfortunate there for him. But also, it seemed like he really didn't go.
Oh.
So unfortunate. Wow.
Dim was going back across the line, the lineup before other cars had crossed the line. Bit of a head-on collision there.
I got word from race control, and apparently everyone was confirming that they were ready in VC and in chat, so that was counted as a caution and a race back.
There you have it. So, unfortunate for DJ, who's had a very strong race today. One of 3 drivers with a brain, as we discovered. And
probably the only one with a brain, actually, because that second run was very good for him.
That's correct. So DJ, the smartest driver in the field, gets bumper locked and is going to have to go to the back. It looks like, and well, we'll see if the driver with a IQ in the triple digits can come back.
We'll see. We'll see.
Still some struggles getting lined up. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some drivers more spread out on this start after the last restart because that was a bit of a disaster. Multiple cars got forced on the pit lane. I think it was at least 4 cars. I saw a lot of red lights.
I think we counted like 5 or 6 red lights. Like, it's crazy how that just happens. Like, it's like someone was a little slow on the
I'm
gas
not sure
pedal
what
or-
happened. I'm not sure if it was DJ or if it was people jumping in the back. It's hard to see from my camera angle down at the start-finish line. But after this,
See, if I had to guess, right, I'd assume it's because people behind him were jumping because, as we know from earlier in the race, DJ's IQ is in the triple digits and everyone else is in the doubles. So,
well, we'll see. It's not uncommon to try to go on one of the countdown to get a good jump. And,
it looks like Caden and Shotgun are not ready, so we're going to be waiting here for a bit.
Yep. Caden has turned his car sideways. The universal sign that they are not ready to start the race.
Got a lot of
Shotgun
NRs in
is
chat,
ready,
so
looks
we're
like.
going to be here for a bit.
Yeah, and the red flag has been displayed. So we are waiting on Caden, I believe.
So while we're under this red flag, I think we can take a moment to think on how exciting do you think these
All
last
right,
24
just got a word. The red flag is out. People gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay, so now that we're under red flag, as I was saying before the announcement, AJ, how do you think this race is gonna end?
I mean, I think it's going to be a game of which line do you pick. We saw earlier in the race when they were pushing, there's really 2 main lines in the bottom and the outside. You can make the middle work, but you need help from someone on the outside to come down and push you. So I think it's going to be between the bottom and the top lane. Which lane is the most organized? Which lane has more cars? And where does the run come from? It generally comes from the last couple of cars on the top. If any of them go down to the middle or the bottom, that could severely change what happens up front, as we do have the countdown, and we will be seeing the green flag here in a few moments. With just 24 laps remaining, green flag
And
is
here we
back
go.
out here
Oh,
at
scroll.
Daytona.
Well, wave
and they
off.
wave it off.
Look.
So last one was deemed race back. This one they decided to wave off. I'm not sure what the difference
happened?
was
What
between the
happened?
two
Why?
starts.
What just happened?
Here, what was the difference?
It's hard to say.
So probably someone had to go AFK last second. They probably said it'd be C, I guess. If that's not the case, then it looks like Karinga is deafened though, so probably checks out.
I wonder if race control just missed someone saying R. So again, back under caution. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the red flag here again, as the drivers will be getting lined back up and organized. That is Kimmy getting back in line, who's really had a crazy day. I mean,
What's Bubble doing?
I think Bubble is checking on Sint or Karinga. Oh, he's checking on Karinga. Kimmy helping out there.
You actually, he's back, bro. Like, what was that? That's just not respectful if you're just gonna kick him out like that. You can wait. But
I think they were checking to see if he was there. As you said, he was deafened. So
I mean, it was kind of obvious he was AFK. If I know it was AFK, surely they were. Anyways, countdown is out. Looks like we're going to hopefully get a clean start this
attempt
time.
number 3 at a clean start.
Third time's the charm. Here we go.
Green flag is out. 24 laps to go. Hopefully green to the end. Dim leads, and green flag is out. We are running finally here as Dim jumps to the outside lane. Spring is going to go to the inside.
And Bubble immediately starts the side draft. He goes to the middle, and he's in the sucker hole.
Bubble is stuck in the middle, and on that first corner, the inside surges, and looks like Spring is able to take the lead.
Kane's going to help Bubble, though. Kane's going to help Bubble. I would assume Kimmy would go to the middle, too.
Here comes
comes
Brown.
in the middle. Look at this.
Brown to the middle, now to the inside. He goes all the way to the inside. A run from the outside to the inside. He's going to get alongside Spring. Can he clear him? I don't think he will. He's going to be stuck side by
Not going to
side.
be able to do that. Yep. Now 3 wide, actually. I think that's 4th position there between Bubble, Karinga, and Sent. And they continue to now be 3 wide here. Gaming actually, I think, gave Kaden a little bit of some help there. But keep your eye on that middle lane. I think Kimmy's going to try to help them if he gets some momentum.
Brown is controlling the bottom 2 lanes right now. He's kind of going back and forth based on if the middle lane gets the run. As Bubble tries to clear himself in front of Sint, he has to come back down. That was a tight moment off of turn 2. And now the outside lane is prevailing. Dim pushing Spring up in the front. As Brown might have a gap to get up to the top. Will he take it or not?
We will see if he takes it. We'll see with Brown. Yeah, Brown's stuck in the middle. He goes to the top, as per expected. Because now Bubble and Kaden are basically stuck in the middle
Sint's
now.
in the wall.
Oh, Sandy almost hit a wall clip there. That was close.
Oh, and Kimmy gets contact. There's a driver on the wall. That was discharge. Discharge, and Bubble's upside down.
There we go. 2 cars upside down. Massive crash.
Caution is out. Bubble and Kimmy involved. Discharge was riding the wall right over the camera. What a crazy shot. They're racing back to the line. The rest of the pack has saved it. It's Dim out front and contact between Spring and Brown.
That crash started the second Kimmy tried to go
Oh, here comes
to
Spring.
side draft.
In a run from Karinga. Karinga's looking in the middle.
Oh,
He
wow,
gets
look at this.
checked by Brown. Now here
They're
comes
4
Dim.
wide for the race back. 24K is actually going around now, too.
There is contact
Save
at the
the car.
back.
Here
It's
comes
Brown
Spring.
and
He's gonna
Spring
take
and
the race
Dim.
back.
Oh, and more contact. Spring
Oh,
wins
now
it.
they're all going to wreck here. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, a huge wreck after the line. That one, but man, we saw contact out of the trioval. Discharge got hit. He was 2 wheels on the wall. Drove right over. By the time the camera changed, Bubble was upside down, and he hit Kimmy. Kimmy started flying. A huge crash all the way from the exit of the trioval into the entry of turn 1.
There was a domino wreck right there. They all somebody took it 4 wide, and all just started hooking, and then it got obviously Bubble hooked up in and obviously into the air.
I mean, it really just started the second Senti hit the wall in the trioval. That's really all that started, and then it was just chaos from there. From what it looks like. I got a clip of it, but
Absolutely, sounds crazy. I mean, it's a big wreck. We knew it was going to be tight, but they only made it like 3 laps until they ended up
3
wrecking.
laps. 3
Yeah.
laps.
which again, as you said, is really from looks like scent hitting the wall.
I think it was by himself too. I don't think he was bumped or anything.
Yeah.
I think he lagged actually a little bit there. So
It could be a lag problem. We know I believe he was not very local to the normal servers we're on. So
yeah, but that isn't relevant right now. We saw the cost for that, but they're re-racking it, and hopefully we last longer than 3 laps this time.
hopefully so.
Man, what a race!
I
What a
also
race.
obviously, but I also wanted to give a little silence here. Obviously today, or actually I think it was last night, we lost a great dirt driver here. I'm gonna try to do it really quickly. Scott Bloomquist. A little silence for him. Unfortunately, he actually passed away last night in a plane crash. So a silence that for that driver, a great dirt racer.
All right, so now that after that's over with, we have now the restart has happened. Anthony's gonna get out of line, go to the bottom. I think he's gonna go back to the back. Yes, he is. Dim on the outside. Brown helping him. I don't think the inside's gonna prevail here. I think they're gonna single file. I think they know that it's too early to go.
I think so
So
too.
we'll see it.
We saw Anthony at the beginning of the race push the inside a lot. Now here he goes to the back, so he is still on the inside, but he's running right at the back. As Dim leads, and still leading, actually after many laps.
Yeah, but surely by now he is locked up most laps led.
I think you're right on that one. I think Dim is locked in on most laps led at this point. As we've just hit 20 to go, and I think they're playing a little bit cooler after the wreck just moments ago, but definitely no more saving. This is the pack we expect to see.
So about that, they almost crashed just there. IWWK and Corey Wilson had some contact, and Corey ended up going below the double yellow and made some more contact with Brian. As Shotgun's going to make it 4 wide. I don't know what that's about. 19 laps to go. I still think it's too early to try to do something like that.
Well, here they go. There's a move to the bottom. It's Brown, and he's bringing Spring with him. He's going to clear Dim off the corner. So Brown is your new leader, and Spring files back in third. A brilliant move from Brown. Slicing down on the exit of turn 2, takes the lead, and now runs the bottom of 3 and 4, surprisingly, by himself. He's going to put him in a rough spot here. He's going to need to make a big block because these cars will build up a huge run off the top. Oh, they're side by side. Sint got to the outside of Spring off the corner.
Oh. That didn't really work out for Spring, did it?
No, where does Karinga go? He's going to keep pushing Sint. Dim seems to be working with Brown a little bit. He pushed Brown across the front straightaway there. As the pack is starting to disperse a little bit towards the back. That's Anthony still at the back. Now he's running the outside lane.
Yep.
And a move up front.
Dim's making a move. Look at that. Does Spring go with him? Yes, he does. Spring is going with him. Brown to the inside.
That was a
Looks like it didn't work. Spring's going to go back to the outside. And just like that, DJ's to the bottom now.
Oh. Sint really close on the exit. Again, almost got to the outside of Spring.
Oh, Brown's going to go back to the bottom.
Too late of a block for Dim. He's in the wall.
I think Brown's going to clear him surely in 1 and 2.
Oh, but Dim's got a big push. Can Brown clear? Not quite. Not yet. Dim is still there.
He has to. Not quite. That's
I don't
so
think he
close.
ever had it. I think it was smart to stay down. And now he's going to get trained on the back straightaway. Now Spring is coming by.
DJ and Brown are going to get trained here.
Brown running the middle lane.
What happened in the back? 24K almost on his side there. He was on the safer barrier. But it looks like he kept it clean. No caution.
Looks like the cars in the back are trying to make an inside lane. They're trying to form one. I see Kimmy back there. Looks like DJ on the inside still.
Oh, they're crashing. They're crashing in the back. 24K. Oh my God.
There's a car upside down with Shotgun.
Wow. Saved it. Hold on. He saved it.
They
Look
keep
at that.
it green. Shotgun saves it. They're back to single file after that. But we saw the camera look back, and Shotgun was about to hit the fence. He might have hit it. But he keeps going.
Now Brown, DJ actually managed to find a hole because of whatever the heck was going on back there. And Brown's now all by himself on the bottom.
Oh, there's contact.
There
Someone
goes
bounced
Dim.
off. That's Dim.
Oh no, this is going to be a big one, it looks like. Oh, there we go.
Dim on his side.
There goes
Car's
Brown.
going through the
Dim's in
grass.
the wall.
He comes back down, hits Caden. Oh, and he's still spinning.
Oh, there he goes. And here goes Brown, too.
Brown is
Brown's
spun
around.
as well.
Made some more contact. Caution is out.
Caution's out. They're still crashing. Oh, he's stacked up on the inside. He's still going backwards.
He's still going
He's
backwards.
still stuck.
Look at this.
He
Oh,
bounces
he's
off
still
IW.
spinning.
Oh, they're still wrecking. Back up
It was
front.
just a-
It's Spring leading the outside. Discharge
He
gets in
kind
line.
of saved it.
There's Caution is already out. Here comes Sint to the inside. This is for the race back. A big gap back to Discharge
I like
and
that
Bubble.
move by Sent, but he's going. What is he?
He goes up too early. Oh,
Goes
they
up
almost
too
made
early.
contact.
Look at this.
Here comes Spring, side by side to the line. Who's going to get this race back?
Spring's going to get the race back
It lagged right as they went over
as
the line
they
for
all
me.
rack
So
out for the start-finish line.
Yeah, just got word. Dim is he's not even mad really. He was he was trying to go block a run that Brown had, and just a little bit too late, got himself.
we saw Sint pull off the move, getting to someone's outside off of turn 4. I wonder if cars have started entering higher and higher because the outside lane seems to be preferred. And then at some point, someone just gets tied off of 4 and walls themselves in front of the entire field, causing calamity. As we're now, this race has come to a screeching halt. 14 laps to go still. We wanted to
Oh,
see-
he tried it. Wait, I got another idea. Watch this. Watch this.
Oh, IW is having problems with it.
Keep it like that. Keep it like that. Keep it like that. Oh, he jumped. No.
Yeah, that was IW with something weird going on in the infield. They figured that out.
We flip it over and over and over.
As there was a car that went down pit lane. I think that's DJ. Not sure what's happening there. As he hits IW in the infield. Huge crash. Absolutely massive impact. IW is probably injured, out for the season.
Oh, that's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, he's not happy on the radio. He's complaining about his back. He may be a back injury, guys.
But he's still in the car. He's going to continue racing with the back injury.
We're now getting lined up. We hope to see green flag from here to the end. Dim lets IW back in, so Dim will be at the tail end of the field. At the front of the field, it's Spring on the inside, Sint on the outside. Then it's Discharge, DJ, Karinga, Caden, Bubble, and Kimmy. So
As we come to the green flag, here we go. 14 laps to go, coming to 13. I think it was. No, that's 14. 14
Green
laps to go,
flag.
24K already backing out. Corey Wilson already in 48 to the outside.
cleaner start, getting more and more lag as this race comes to the end. Outside lane is a little bit more organized here on the start, as Discharge is falling in behind Spring up front. DJ on the inside, he's got some help down there, but he's coming up trying to side draft. But there's just a huge train of cars on the outside, and now DJ's gonna get put 3 wide. Yep, Bubble to his inside. DJ is by
Yeah, there
himself.
goes DJ. DJ's in
Oh,
the
and
sucker
Sint
hole now.
again. A Sint again gets to the outside of a car. They bounce off the wall in turn 4. Discharge.
And Discharger's out of the outside line now. He's going to fall back probably all the way to Bubble, I would guess. Unless DJ can do some miracle magic on the middle, which I highly doubt, but you never know.
I don't think it's going to happen for him. As Bubble's looking to clear DJ, he will. That'll give
Oh, look at
Bubble a
this.
little push.
Oh, it worked out for him, did it? There we go. We got 4 cars now working together on the bottom.
Bubble's trying to lead him back to
Never
the bottom.
mind. DJ just...
Oh, here comes Caden. Caden with
Oh,
discharge.
what?
They make contact.
Oh,
He's forcing him back up. And now they're both up the track. They keep it out of the outside
no. Now
wall.
they're 3 wide all of a sudden.
And look who took advantage, Kimmy. Kimmy's now the second car on the inside lane.
Oh, look at this. Got a massive pack now. 2 lanes.
Oh, a late block from Spring. I think Caden's there. And now Caden's up the track. There's contact with
I think
Stint.
no, he's not lagging, it looks like. He
I think
just
there might have
washed
been
up
some-
in the entry of the corner.
I think it was just a big push, honestly.
Okay.
The inside with a huge run, it's hard to keep your car down there. We haven't seen the inside this strong, I don't think, yet this race. It's really been the front cars that control where everyone goes. Bubble on the apron.
Yep, that looks like we got DJ, Bubble, Discharge, and Kimmy on the bottom. Bubble, for some reason, went below the double yellows there on the front stretch, but still got 2 lanes here. Around equal, it looks like. And it looks like Caden's going to help the inside by side drafting the outside lane. Or is he?
As Kimmy moves up
Oh,
with
no,
discharge.
there's
Oh,
big
contact!
one, big run. There goes
Karinga
Karinga.
saves it. Oh, but he's
Oh,
coming
no,
back down.
not quite yet.
The discharge is able to come back up. They leave him a lane. They save it. Sint bounces off the wall. Spring
Yeah,
comes up.
Snapson has a huge run. Look at this. He's going to go for the lead. I'm surprised he didn't go crash there. That was crazy.
I can't believe it. Karinga was sliding. I thought he saved it. Then he bounced off another car and came back down. They keep their positions. They're just 10 laps to go now.
And now all of a sudden, Discharge is in the very back because of that incident. But
And
hey, you
after
got
that
10 laps
incident,
to go. If you're one of those guys in the back, you still have 10 laps to get all the way back up there for another shot.
definitely. After that incident, Bubble ended up in the outside lane. Now he's going to the middle. There's more contact.
No,
Karinga
more contact.
again.
There goes Karinga. And he ran again, and he saved it this time again.
Bit of deja vu there.
We're good, though. It's still green.
Karinga lifts out of it. He's
Hey,
about to
what
wreck
is Karinga
IW.
doing, bruh?
He's about to wreck IW. Brown, I think
He
that was
almost
Brown.
completely dumped him, bro.
Yeah, Brown backed out after seeing Karinga do that. Karinga backs off.
Yeah, guys, Brown is not happy on the radio. He keeps saying his race is over, his race is over. So, Brown not very happy on the radio.
Still 9 laps to go. I think he's got a little bit of time. He needs to go now though if he wants a chance.
Yeah,
I think his best
absolutely.
chance will be running the outside, getting the run, and helping push the inside to keep them fighting up front. That might give Brown the opportunity, especially if cars up front are side drafting each other.
Oh, yeah. Really just a matter of who is there at the right time when it comes to white flag. That's really all there is to it. There's just actually a lot. Big shove
Oh, here
coming
they
on the
come.
outside.
Big run to the back. Here
Big
comes
run on the
shotgun.
outside.
Dim, 3 wide.
Oh, there goes
Sent gets
Senti.
turned. Can they save it? They can. Corey
Keeps
Wilson
it
lifts
together.
off and they
Sendi's
save
gonna
it.
build a gap because of that massive round of bump draft. That's kind of what develops if there's too many cars in one lane, it looks like.
Yep, DJ was trying to come up in front of Caden. It's not going to happen. So now DJ's the first car on the inside, and Caden in the middle, 3 wide further back in the pack, and they're still making contact. DJ backs out. As that actually shuffled out Kimmy. Kimmy is going to the back.
Brown was saying like a lap ago that it's over, but I mean, look, he's kind of in a little bit of good position actually. in my
Another
opinion.
big
And there's
push, they're
now
bumper
another
locking.
big run, a bump draft here.
They've got to figure. You've got to sort this out. You've either got to take the run or you've got to lift off.
You gotta either take it or lift, bro. At this point, way too big of one that you're getting.
Right. Just
In fact, speaking of which, there's another big run here.
here they
that's
come.
forming.
Are they going to take it this time or are they going to lock?
Nope.
They do better this time.
They lock it.
They did still
Yeah,
lock
it's
a
all
little bit
single
off
file
turn
now.
2, but they did control it this time on the back straightaway. Luckily for them, the back straightaway is actually straight.
That would be correct. So we have Shotgun, Spring, and Caden, the sitting ducks now on the bottom since the inside lane kind of fizzled out there within the past 5 laps. But
Yeah, they're gonna
6
need.
laps to go here. We're coming down to crunch time. Here we
Here comes
go.
another push. Dim tries to block
Big
Anthony.
run.
Anthony
oh,
gives
Jim's
him the
gonna be
dummy.
stuck on the bottom now.
Anthony gave him the dummy. And now Dim's on the bottom. What a move from Anthony. Dim running him tight on the exit. Anthony hits the wall. Now Bubble trying to push both of them.
Well, now there's going to be a run on the outside again. Look at this.
Here they come. Here comes
I-
Corey
look at
Wilson
the-
looking
Corey's
inside.
going
Sit
for it.
blocks.
Corey's going for it. Watch the run here. Is there going to be more moves here? Take a look at corner exit. There's going to be a little bit of a run here. Here we go.
Here he
Does
comes.
he
Corey
take
Wilson.
Oh, he takes it to the outside. Senti tried to anticipate the move. It didn't work out. Corey to the outside.
Just 5 laps to go. They're in a single file train on the top, except for
Oh,
up
there's
front. Oh, there's
contact.
contact.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
Corey
Corey's
flips.
upside
He
down.
flips over. Caution is out. Corey Wilson flipped over. He somehow gets back up right by himself, as we're going to have a race back to the line up front. Here
Be
they
careful
go.
with the race
Anthony
back. This is
making the
gonna be
move
very
on Sint.
competitive.
Here comes
Where does
Bubble. It's to
go?
the
Bubble to
inside.
the inside.
He's looking to the outside now. He's to the
Look at the
outside of
outside. Here
Sint.
we go.
Side drafting.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They're
This
going
is
to be
very
3
important.
wide.
Here we go.
Oh, Bubble clears Anthony. Can he get him? To the
He
line.
got him. Bubble's going to be the lead, win the race back.
What a
As
race
now the
back.
big wreck happens again.
Bubble played it perfectly out of the last corner. You know he was
God, that's
practicing for
amazing.
the final lap.
All right, everybody is super aggravated there at the number 33 at especially 24K. Sent said he was just trying to side draft, but obviously made big contact there.
Side draft gone wrong.
Yep. Side drafting, blocking, aggressive driving, whichever it is, it caused Corey Wilson to go upside down after hitting the apron in turn 1. He had a big run, went to the outside. There was a bit of contact, and well, look at it. Sint is still in P2, and it killed 24K Corey Wilson's race. So he'll have very limited time to get back up front.
Yes, now the drivers are going to line up in the race back positions, and we're going to have 4 laps to go on this restart.
This was going to be an absolute shootout. It was starting to get crazy with about 10 to go, and now they've crashed again. This could be the final restart, but we could see more cautions too. And they've been, after that one chain of bad pit stops, they've been clean after that.
Just getting word, this is basically the last caution. If, again, I'm not totally sure, but this is what I'm hearing is if there's a caution with 2 to go, it's race back to the line, and that's who's going to win the race. So this is about to get real interesting. This is probably the last caution, guys.
Oh. Drivers are getting the R command of the countdown immediately after. Shorter countdown this
I
time.
don't know about that one. Here we go. Let's see if everyone's here. Looks like they are. Here we
Green
go.
flag.
Sent gets jump.
Bubble on the inside, Sint on the outside. There's
If
just
your
4
bubble
laps to go.
clear Sent in 1 and 2. Absolutely have to close. There's more
Oh.
contact. 4 wide.
4.
4 wide for second.
Brown in the middle.
See,
He's
look
going to
at
prevail.
Brown said his race was over. He's up to second. Look at that.
Bubble out
3 wide
front.
action. 4 laps to go. This is the last caution pretty much. This is it. This is it. This is the race.
Brown goes to the bottom. He's going to try to get a push from either Anthony or Brian. They're 3 wide
Oh, I
behind.
think I know what he's doing. He's going to the bottom. He's committing to the bottom, it looks like.
He's going below. He's inside of Bubble. He's on the inside. And there's
Oh,
Bubble comes down.
Chopped him off.
Bubble came
chopped him
down.
off. That didn't really work out for him.
They keep it straight.
Here comes
The rest of
Brown.
the pack is not. They kind of save it. They're coming back up. DJ is fighting
What is
Brown.
DJ
Cade
doing?
goes
There's a wreck
around.
in the back.
Discharges around. They're crashing. Anthony's around.
It looks like everyone saved it, but Anthony will be out of it. No caution yet.
No caution. They're going to try to keep it green. Anthony gets going. Back up front. It's still side by side. Brown on the inside of Bubble. Can he clear him off at turn 4? I think he
Brown's
will.
going to clear him. Brown is our leader here. DJ makes it. Oh my goodness, look at
A
this.
big
Oh,
run.
there goes
Bubbles
Bubble.
sideways.
Oh, Bubbles. Oh, here
Oh,
we
they
go.
bounce off the wall. It's getting messy in these last few laps. As Sint is to the outside, is DJ spinning? It's hard to see. No, DJ gives him room.
What is happening?
It's getting sloppy at the end, boys. 2 laps to go, and Brown is in the lead.
The slop. Now watch the run again.
Oh, double bounces off the wall.
Look at that
He
slop.
spins,
There goes DJ.
DJ's around. Can he save it? Oh, he gets hit.
No, he can't
DJ
make
might
some
be out.
contact. DJ is basically out of it now. As Caden's spinning in the back now.
Oh, and Spring. He comes up the track. He comes down. He's going to collect everybody. Oh, it's calamity.
He saved it.
They save it again. Here we go. Final lap.
White
Final lap
flag
here at Daytona.
Sent in the
Discharge
lead.
spins. Here
And there goes
Sid.
discharge in front
Oh,
of
another
everybody.
big crash. Upside
And
down.
he's
It's
upside
Dim.
down. Dim's upside down.
Here comes Sid.
No caution yet.
No caution. Here comes
Watch
Sid
Bubble
out
win the
front.
race now. This is going to be so stupid.
They're 3
Watch
wide
Bubble
per
win the
second.
race.
Here comes Bubble. Bubble, he's
Oh,
gonna get
there it
spun. They're
is.
still
Yeah,
now they're going
what
4
is
wide.
this?
He's
What
hit
is-
Sid.
oh, there goes Bubble.
He's going backwards. He's gonna hit the wall. He's
going
upside down. A
backwards.
huge
What
hit.
is-
Sid is
my
upside
God.
down. They're 3 wide. Back up front. Who's gonna win the race back? Brown and Kimmy. Kimmy on the inside. Can he finally do it? Here he comes.
Shotgun.
Shotgun goes below the line.
He's gonna
Shotgun
be
to the
disqualified.
inside. Who's gonna be
And
declared
Kimmy's
the
gonna
winner?
win
I
it.
don't know. Shotgun's the winner on the ticker, but did he go below the double yellow line?
He absolutely went below the double yellow line.
We're gonna wait on the call from race control.
If that's not a redo, I don't know what is. That was absolute slop at its finest.
Race control, official results under review. Race
Oh
control
my
was
God,
upside
that
down
was
in turn 3.
horrible. That was abhorrent.
I gotta say, that was the most disgusting finish I've ever seen in my life.
That is so much worse than what I've had to go through. Jesus. Well, Agent, have you ever?
Oh, never in my life
I
have I
have
seen
never.
a finish like that.
I am dead. I'm done.
Man, they were 4 wide on the backstretch. 3 of them were
And
in
then
the
everyone
grass.
wrecked. Everyone wrecked. Set was upside down. Bubble was upside down, and I didn't even know who was gonna win. Bro, I'm gonna look at Racer Chat. This is so stupid.
We'd love to hear what some of the drivers are saying right around now, because man, that was ridiculous at the ending.
I'm in tears. That is something else I thought I'd never see.
We are just waiting for official results. Bubbles likely reviewing them. As
All right,
none of the
it sounds like a
drivers-
caution. Maybe it should have been out. I'm not totally sure. It's
You know,
all
caution should have
confusing
came out
the
like
race
20
together.
times.
Right, yeah.
Like there was like 15 wrecks.
There was quite a lot of wrecking in that one. I think it should have been a caution. Not sure if we're gonna see a redo or what's gonna happen here.
If there's a redo, they're just gonna do the same stuff.
Yeah,
There's
there-
really no point. They're just gonna do the same stuff.
there is space in the rules for a green-white checkered. However, race control did not throw a
Guys.
caution.
Okay, it sounds like Set may have won this race because Dim flipped on the final lap, and there may have been a caution out there. Again, don't totally know yet, guys. Though.
Well, the race control did not call the caution, so I
They never called the
I don't
caution.
think they can
They
go
never
back
called
and
the
say
caution.
they
If
should
they
have
want to
called a
do that,
caution.
go ahead, be my guest. But that's against the rules.
precisely. If we're going by the rules here, I believe Kimmy will be the winner.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look at this and. Yeah, that's no way, bro. That's so. Like the second it hit 3 laps to go, it was just over.
Yeah, I mean, man, they knew it was going to be wacky on the last restart, and
Oh
everyone
my-
went for it.
Shout out to the 42.
That is
Real
Caden.
shout out to the 42 with that one. Let's see here. Let's see what he did here. I'm gonna look at the
Let me see if
POV.
we can't get an angle of what
Force below
happened.
the yellow, hooks the 20, comes up in front of the track, wrecks 5 people at once. Should have been a caution there at 3 to go. I don't know why it wasn't.
All right, guys. So the officials were kind of looking at what happened there on the final lap. Again, I'm hearing words that a caution should have came out, so the field may have been frozen, but the caution never did. So
They
my
can't do
opinion is I think
Yeah,
Kimmy
you
should
can't
have
just
won.
go back and say
They
the
can't
caution
do
had to
that.
happen
You
earlier.
can't. You didn't
Again,
call
that's what
caution.
I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing right now. Again, it's not official, obviously, so we're still talking about it. There may be a bunch of penalties. It sounds like people are talking about big blocks or big swerves. People may be being disqualified for too many blocks or people
If
getting
we're-
wrecked.
if we're going-
It's all over the place.
It's going to be crazy to try to nail down who did what block, where. I mean, you might as well penalize the entire field for the
I mean, that's
calamity
really
that
the
last
truth.
thing
Everyone
happened.
really probably will get penalized. Like, that's abhorrent. How in the world? That is probably one of the stupidest races I've ever watched.
So what it sounds like right now, guys, is the block on the backstretch with the 33 of Scent blocking the number 7 there of Bubble. That may be a penalty. There's an argument happening right now. Again, Bubble is our official, and he's racing, so it's kind of all mumble jumble at the moment.
I think I've seen race officials say that there is no yellow. He's getting official results. He's trying to get penalties on the final lap. I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to say what would be a penalty considering.
Just
they
got
did
word,
it for
no
the last 5
caution, no
laps.
caution's being called. No caution is being called. That is getting ignored.
Right. It's
Made
hard
the
to
correct
say.
decision. Thank
It's
you.
hard to say they could
Good
penalize
choice.
someone on just the final lap when they did the same thing for the last
Yeah,
8
so Seth
laps.
won't even get penalized because he wrecked himself anyway by coming up in front of Brian. So it's
It
like,
sounds like the 33 is getting a penalty for intentional wrecking.
I mean, first of all, yeah, 33 blocked to 7. 7 gets wrecked. The 33 comes up and wrecks himself. And then Shotgun goes below the yellow line. So that's going to be obviously a penalty. Like, that's not even close.
So it sounds like Shotgun's probably getting a penalty for going to the Leo line. At the moment, it sounds probably like Kimmy's going to get it. But again, I don't want it to be official yet.
I think that would be the right call. I think it's gotta. I mean, if you want to kind of call the caution with 3 to go, you can't call it on the way. He didn't call it. And then after the calamity, Shotgun went below the line, to make the pass. And even then, it was still very close. I think Kimmy should be the winner of this race. We're still just waiting on an official word from the official.
Dude, there was like a completely separate incident where another 3 cars went below the yellow at 3 and 4. And I even missed that. That's... How?
Yeah, just craziness. We were watching Bubble flip over on the inside. We missed a little bit of the last corner, but we saw Kimmy on the inside.
Okay, we're
go
still
through.
looking if Kimmy did not do anything, so I think he's gonna be the winner. I think.
Yeah, Kimmy should be the winner in my eyes. No way he's not.
Yeah, I think so too. Just again, just waiting to see what the official word is.
down. Yeah, off the corner. So off the corner, oh yeah, shotgun's actually alongside out of the corner, but then he goes down.
I hear a bit of a quote from the race official there. It's like Shotgun was alongside of the corner, but then goes down.
Yeah, a lot of questions marks right now. Now they're saying that Kimi could have pushed down Shotgun. The Shotgun's just driving like, you know, he's getting doored. So maybe Shotgun is a winner. It's so mumble jumbled right now, guys. There it is. Just got word. 88 to victory lane. 88 to victory lane.
Kimmy's your winner.
There he is. After lots of controversy, as we see the flying man watching 88 go into victory lane. And he takes. I think he took the wrong way, but he will get there eventually. Made it a much harder turn than he needed to. And here he is, the number 88 of Kimi. He gets the win at Daytona, a crazy race. And I think crucially, that will mean Kimi will take the championship lead right off the bat. A very long season. This season is 25 races. But Kimi will take the early lead after winning at Daytona and winning the drive for COPD 300. We'll see if we can't get an interview with him here. And there we go. So Kimi,
Here's our lucky one of the bunch.
he came out on top. Absolute craziness, up and down race for you, calamity at the end. Tell me how you did it and got the win.
Oh man, I'm definitely changing my name to Mr. Technicality now, because holy crap, holy moly, oh man, that just feels good, bro. I mean, obviously I would love to finish first, like actually crossing the line by, you know, not technicality, but you know, a win is a win. I'll take it, man. I definitely got this momentum, bro. On the final lap, man, it was just a crazy final lap. I think on the backstretch I was trying to side draft route, and then, you know, everything was going crazy. That's, you know, that's just NASCAR, bro, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, I'm happy, bro. This is gonna be some great momentum going into Auto Club, bro, so that's all I really have to say.
Absolutely. We just mentioned that you take the championship lead early in this season. I do have to ask you about the strategy in the middle of the race and after the caution at lap 72. What was the strategy?
Well, I was
Yeah,
thinking,
you
like, all right.
Gotta go
So,
on
I
that
didn't-
strategy. Go on.
I didn't know if I could do it. I think I was trying to save like more than 50. I knew it was impossible, but I knew if I tried, that was maybe there might be a slim chance. And I tried to save about like 50, 51, 52 laps. That's why I dropped back. I didn't pit after the caution, and I will pit like laps like 79 or 80. So I'm gonna try to save that many laps, bro. So I was dead set on saving the whole way through, see if I could pass them. And then when everybody was like, oh, the Momo was the first one. He was like, oh, give me. And then everybody else just started to come down, bro. It was just hilarious. I was laughing like behind off, bro. That was hilarious. But yeah,
Oh,
and then the
my
caution kind of ruined the strategy. But yeah, that was funny. But that was funny.
It ruined the strategy, but it saved yours, and it's part of the reason you're here in Victory Lane. Congratulations, you survived the hectic final few laps, and you are the
Yeah, man.
winner.
Yeah, man.
What a masterclass by Kimi on the strategy.
He always knew there was going to be a caution at the end. Kimi comes
think
away with the win.
Yeah, he knew. That's why it was a masterclass. He just knew that this was gonna happen.
I think I met with one of the Ferrari strategists before the
Yeah,
race.
yeah. I think you. Yeah. How about the McLarens though? I think you met with some McLaren guys too.
Yeah, I did marry some McLaren guys too. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. They didn't like each other. The Ferrari and the McLaren guys. They kind of had a fist fight in the infield, but it was pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh,
So,
all right. Next
All right,
interview.
well, congratulations,
All right.
Kimmy, on winning the race.
All right.
You take the championship lead.
All right,
Like
down
to-
here in pit road with Dim here. Unfortunate, I think he led the most laps. Everything was going right. Then a couple cautions came out there in the end, and you find yourself actually flipping on the last lap, man. How you feeling at the moment after that unfortunate finish?
Definitely not feeling good. Pretty damn pissed. Thought me and Spring had the perfect strategy. You know, everyone ducked down pit road once they saw Kimmy. I guess they didn't think they still needed to save. You can still just run your car full and then pit with 5 to go. But me and Spring looking like we had it won. Then I guess Mr. Bad Piggy profile just was on TikTok or playing Nintendo and hit the damn wall. Guys in a caution, quote unquote, distracted. Don't know what he's doing, but just gets messy at the end, like every Daytona race would once you throw cautions at the end. Caution. Yep, and no one wants to make a move. Bumper locks at the end, late blocks. Saw at least 5 on the last 2 laps. Simply just threw a silly block, but yeah, you got to get to the high side to have a shot at the win. So I don't blame him. It gets turned into the grass and then comes back up, and I'm along for the ride there. But you know, pretty good day, leading the most laps. Had a really fast car. Went from the back to third in like 2 laps, but you know what can you do? Luck just lady luck deals you a bad hand sometimes.
Oh, certainly.
Think that is it from Dim, but yeah, unfortunate there. We're gonna send it back up to the booth.
Yep, thank you, Stormy, for the interview with Dim there. Obviously not very happy with IW after the him and DJ. Dim and DJ were basically the only ones on the correct strategy there at the end. We're going to see if we can get another interview here with the driver of the number 48 car. That is Corey Wilson. Didn't quite see where you finished there with the absolute calamity that was happening, but tell me about your perspective of the strategy throughout the race and then the hectic last few laps and finish.
Well, at the end of the race, strategy was pretty much out the window. Honestly, I was doing anything at the end of that race after everybody came down after Kimmy. So I was like, well, I knew a caution was gonna come out anytime soon. And I don't like Scent. I was really mad because got past him and then going into turn 1, held my door, killed me. I was actually really upset about that. But you know, good race. Happy Kimmy won it. I haven't seen him win in a while, but it was a fun race. I'm really pissed that we came home how we did.
Absolutely, and I'd like to ask you how a race like this is going to affect you moving forward in the season. Kind of on the back foot after something struggling like this. You know, surely you're just ready to get to Auto Club at this point.
Yeah, I was kind of just not wanting to. I was kind of ready to get out of Daytona before we even started Daytona. So I'm just ready to log 1,000 laps of practice every single week.
There you have it. A very committed Corey Wilson in the number 48 car. Rough day today, but they will look forward to tomorrow. I think that's gonna do it for us with interviews for right now. And that'll do it. So Kimmy, your winner, and we will be back next week for Auto Club. A very wild race today. Fearless, you have any? Or I think Fearless has left the booth already. Storms, do you have any final thoughts about today's race?
Definitely, I feel like we saw a little bit of everything right there. We saw obviously big strategy mid-race, and then obviously the calamity on the last lap. Big wrecks, big drama, big beef, apparently. And yeah, I would have to agree with Corey Wilson, which just want to get out of Daytona and go to Auto Club.
Most certainly. So I think that'll do it for us up here in the booth. Thank you for joining us, Storms and Fearless, up here in the booth. And Yeah, next week we will be at Auto Club for race 2 of the NASCAR Nationwide Series and the Pursuit of Bubbles Cup. It'll be right here, Plato's Apex Network on Bubble the Wonder Boys channel. Same time, 7 p.m. on Fridays. And yep, that'll do it for us here today. We will see you all next time.
Woo!